Real for real, I'm gonna be your host from now till it's gonna be 11 p.m. on the DOT. We are broadcasting live from the nation's economic capital, DLA, that lovely city where you all know we come out here and look for CFA, city of ballers, and city of real people. What's happening is another Friday evening. You know about get you guys ready for the weekend. You know the weekend always starts over here. And my team is in the building as usual. You know, we live on Facebook, we live on IG. So we're gonna start by introducing the crew. All right, now let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. On the technical decks, we have the one and only DJ Terra. On our IG live, you know who it is the one and only Frida Farah. And for sure, behind me, who's been missing for a bit but is back like she never left before, you already know who it is. It's the one and only Tekla. Back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We've missed him for so long. For months he was away. He used to give us that kunky, that vibe, that funky, and make this Friday one that everybody always wanted to tune into. Let's make some noise for my main man who's back again once more. The one and only DND. What up? What up? What up? And of course, I want to give a very big shout out to all of you, viewers on online, you know, of course, all those people following us on Facebook and on Instagram. You guys have been great. You guys have been magnificent. And that's why today, Charlie X decided to give you guys some giveaway. And for those of you in Yaoundé, I hope you guys were able to profit from it. He was going to be supplying you guys apples. I mean, fresh apples. Now, what more can you want in times like this when you have to eat healthy and a lot of people cannot go around and you have those fresh apples? Shout out to Charlie X one time, man. Let's make some noise for him, because he definitely made it happen. Today's going to be one of those shows going to be full of surprises because we have a whole lot for you all. You know what I'm saying? And since I've already introduced the whole crew, don't forget somewhere in the back, we have to give it up for all those behind the scenes making this possible. And we're going to give a big shout out to my man, the one and only Donna Woods. You heard me? Yeah, one time. I'm sure Lois is going to be on the way and a bunch of other people. What's going on right here is I'm dressed in shrimp boy one time. You know what I'm saying? We have to represent. You know what I'm saying? We have to represent our locals. You feel me? Even though we got all that Gucci on, but we got the shrimp boy out here, so we got to represent our locals. Shout out to shrimp boy and all those designers doing great things out there. Today we're going to be talking comedy, ladies and gentlemen, because everybody thinks that we leaving people out. Out here, we are so generous that we do not even have time to leave people out. Like, we have everybody involved in this because this is a platform where we want everybody to come up and shine. It's called Nabstar because your shines shine the brightest here. Now, everybody has been working hard behind the scenes. Everybody's working hard to develop the art. Everybody's working hard to provide entertainment for you guys, but sometimes we just don't give them the merits that they deserve. We don't give them a platform where they could stand and feel like stars and you guys get to know them better, because right now it's deeper than the art. It's more about the lifestyle, it's more about the people, it's more about the personalities, and then we can really build that industry, because I think entertainment is ready. Now the fans have to get ready. You guys listening, you guys have to get ready. You guys have to be ready for us to change the game, and the only way we can do that is with you guys. Now you guys have to start being fans. You guys have to start consuming our art. You guys have to start believing in our artists. You guys have to start believing in whatever we're doing. And as soon as you can do that and you can form a world around it and we can create this lifestyle around it, then we'll build that industry that's going to be lucrative, entertaining, and productive and successful for everybody. That's something nobody should forget. And that's why we are here. So one time for Nabstar, you heard me? One time. So today we're going to be having a bunch of comedians in the building, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be talking to them, find out what's happening in the world, how it's been going down. But most importantly, what we're going to do without wasting any time is hit up with some music. Tekla is out here to get you guys started. It's time for you guys to share, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, because today we're going to be having a boy the comic. We're going to be having the Town Crier, 237 Town Crier, aka Danny Green, and we also going to be having a surprise guest. Now I want everybody to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because at the end of this show, we're going to be ending with a surprise guest that you would definitely love to see. So you guys just stay tuned. You know what you're listening to. Nabstar Radio, TIA, the radio show, the Sweet FM, the Bonaire CC. So yo, DJ Terra, hit up with some Bonaire music right here, right now. We know my Lux came up with a brand new song, for those who don't know, featuring Black M, alright? And I think it killed it. So shout out to my Lux one time. Let's get that going down. Let's go.
Hello guys, please don't forget to share the live, tag your friends, share by hosting a watch party. Today is gonna be a comedy night. We have the industry comedians in the building.
Merci d'être toi. Merci, n'en fais pas plus.
Connectez-vous, connectez-vous. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Merci te remercie. 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 Maman, merci d'avoir fait de moi ce que je suis. Devenir un meilleur homme qu'hier, oui j'essaie. Papa, merci de m'avoir bien voté, même si ma musique tu voulais la saboter. Chérie, merci pour le plat d'hier. Ventre plein nègre au content, tu peux être fier. Oh, pardon, y'avait pas l'arôme, mais tu sais faire la magie quand y a du malo. Merci d'être là de m'épauler, je suis posé et ces bâtards veulent me détrôner. Oh, je sais pas c'est manière, je peux le dire et ça date pas d'hier. Malox, merci pour tous les gamins. On est ensemble, on va leur dire qu'il y a air. Miss, merci mais je suis marié. Et toi, toute la capitale t'est grillée. Merci, n'en fais pas plus.
Merci. Merci.
Yeah. Merci te remercie. 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 Merci te remercie.
All right, now let's tune in. Let's tune in. I can see you guys are tuning in. Feel me? That's what's up. Hey, hey. There.
J'ai déjà sauté ma salle, c'est déjà de l'autre côté. Vouloir me stopper aujourd'hui, c'est insensé. Comme un gars qui va bloquer le puits avec ses mains. Ça va seulement glisser.
Glisser comme le flow qu'on vient proposer. Tout à la Yaoundé, je vous assure que ce n'est pas le moment de se reposer. Et ça c'est jusqu'à l'aurore. Sans maquillage, la vie mais quelle horreur. Wesh, on s'en sort, merci mon Dieu. La famille à l'abri, c'est mon premier vœu. Hey, hey. Merci d'être toi. Merci, n'en fais pas plus. Merci te remercie. 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 Merci, remercie toute l'Afrique.
Let go. I'm gonna parler. Merci. Merci, my luxury viber. Thanks for that. Hey, let's get this conversation started already, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're gonna be talking about the events that have been going down in the past week in the industry. So let's just call up on Donald Woods real quick, one time, ladies and gentlemen. Call up on Frida Farah, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise for that. Real quick, we're gonna be chopping this out, and of course my man D&D in the building. D&D, on va parler rapidement des choses qui se passent dans l'industrie là, vite fait. On va essayer de voir qu'est-ce qui se passe and what have been the most trending topics going on in the industry of recent times. Let's start with you. What would you say it is, Donald?
Well, a lot of things have been happening lately. A lot of songs have been put out, activities going on.
Yeah.
I like the other day, we all know what happened, but I guess it's going to be here today to explain what happened. So we're going to talk about that. Then again, we have a bunch of releases, so many releases. Pizza.
Let's go real quick now and talk about the releases because I think
Yeah.
it's really crazy. Like since this, lockdown and everything, a lot of people have been indoors and they've been working. And I think it's about time that they start showing that the work's coming out because this is one mad weekend with mad releases, and we definitely need to talk about those releases because we have a bunch of people dropping songs. Magasco featuring Lady Pons, man. Let's make some noise for that. That's definitely going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Even though the first reactions we get in the race is like, oh, Magasco is still going in that direction. We don't know what direction he's going in yet. Even though a lot of people are still waiting to see, the Lilo by Magasco, like the dancehall Magasco, the more urban Magasco than the Afro, Magasco. But and he's doing this track now with Lady Pond, so we don't know what to expect from it. That's a great release that we definitely be looking out for. Another great release also.
Yeah, another great
Marionette.
Marionette.
Let's make some noise for that. That's crazy. I had the opportunity to see the teaser for the video. It is mad. It is sick. It's a bad girl thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking forward to that. I think that's gonna bring in some great spice.
And there is this dope Cameroonian.
Right.
There's this dope Cameroonian. It's based in the US. They call him Peter Jericho.
Yeah.
Peter Jericho. The guy is mad dope. He has a new song, CAP.
Right.
CAP. It's like fighting for rights of the blacks, things like that. The song is really dope.
It's
You
really
just
dope.
go on YouTube and you check it out.
Right.
A lot of songs. Then I have my artist Ify Love. She dropped her visuals today of her song Hope.
Okay.
So it's currently going on. A lot
Yeah,
of
check it
releases.
out.
Then
Listen.
Tizzy Panchak himself.
Yeah, Tizzy Panchak
dropped another song today
Apart.
featuring The Face of Escape of Biora Blessing.
And we got Brianna Leslie, who has dropped 2 songs with one single, and then with Danny Dre.
Okay.
Dready Christ.
Dready
And
Christ.
yeah, like me, it's really, we're waiting. The poster is really beautiful, and we're seriously anticipating.
I want to give a big shout out to Brianna Leslie because we love her stuff, and then we love her stuff definitely, and we definitely want to see her back. D&D.
Ouais, en fait, je voulais rajouter en disant que c'est beaucoup d'évolution parce que la plupart des feats se font maintenant beaucoup plus entre nous, Carmen. Tu vois, avant c'était les feats qui venaient d'ailleurs et tout. On a remarqué Pete Bacardi et Charlotte du Panda.
Ouais.
Voilà, donc c'est encourageant en fait.
Okay. Well, man, that's definitely good. I don't know if we've left out any of them, but follow us on our Facebook page. It's Nabstar TV. Follow us on Instagram, Nabstar Radio. Don't forget, and you can always get much more information for us about that. But
this dope guy, Wesley's, who was here last week.
Wesley, shout out to Wesley's runner. Wesley's runner. We saw him on the set of his music video that I think he already dropped the teaser for. It's the track that he performed for us here, and we're looking forward to it because he performed it. It was great. It was amazing. So shout out to him, and we want to see exactly what that's going to turn out to be. Also, we shouldn't forget Gasha also anticipated a new track that she's dropping. I think she's been very consistent. It's almost the 6th single she's dropped this year, and it's called Addicted. So we're going to be looking forward to that also. That's as far as what's going on out here is concerned. If I'm not mistaken, did we leave out anything?
No, for the releases, that's okay.
For releases, that's what's okay. And trending topics right now, we'd like to stick up on the releases and a couple of things that we'll have to talk about.
The trending topic that is really going on right now on social media is the women abuse. That, you know, a girl that was killed in Boya with her boyfriend because she cheated on her boyfriend and all that. And women right now are talking on social media and saying that they are really scared of dating men. If men can literally kill you because you want to break up, what are the women? What about the women that have actually gone through a lot of pain and they're now being killed? What about us? What about the fact that men cheat on us and we don't kill them, but we are being killed for the fact that we want to step up and the men are killing us? So it's really a trend right now on social media and really making a lot of
this is a very sensitive issue. You have to
about that topic, I can't really say. The thing is a lot of things are wrongly put outside. A lot of things are wrongly put outside because now I, for one, right, there are certain things that I don't do, or there are certain things that I do because of certain music that I listen to. Now my action is motivated by so many songs I listen to. For example, I listen to Tupac, so there are a lot of things that he has changed in my action just from his music. So I feel like a lot of our art audience, our public and citizens are being misled by the kind of songs they listen to. Most of them listen to Nigerian songs, Baby I Feel Die For You, things like that, all those kind of things that are.
Is that what makes them to kill people?
Exactly, because that's what they insert in their main.
That's what the song say. Nigerian song say you should kill your girlfriend.
No, but like someone like he can, I feel die for you. When you boy will talking
so that means that all these American girls started throw a grenade, they catch grenade, they jump on.
Who knows? Maybe that's why you see a lot of killings in the US, a lot of gunshots because of those kind of lifestyle that they portray in their music.
Love song.
Not really only love song, like in the US, in their songs, everybody talking about gun, how I got kicked out.
That's rap now.
That's rap, and that's what's happening in the US.
Street life, right?
So,
but can you please explain to me? Please, I beg no vex. Bro,
yeah.
How does I go die for you translate to them killing girls here?
No, the thing is, if you see someone like him killing a girl he has spent on, to me it's like he's weak. Because to him he feels like he won't have another girl of such a status or caliber, because I don't see how it happens.
Right, but it has nothing to do with Nigerian music, but no vex.
It has nothing to do with Nigerian music, but for example, There is this song. I
Nigerian
talk
film.
from my own aspect, from my own point of view. There are so many things I don't do because of the music I listen to. Like, for example, there is this guy, Guru. I listened to one of his song, Moment of Truth, where he says, don't be too quick to judge, for you might not know the hardship people don't speak of. So things like that, when I want to judge at times, I sit back and say, okay, let me put myself in that person's position. How will he feel with the things that I said?
Right.
You know, so
And that's how
go
music
back.
becomes a lifestyle, and
That
that's how a
music becomes a
lifestyle
lifestyle.
is
Like I was
blended
telling,
up with
I
the
told
music
Salatiel the same thing, because on the true via comment section, I told him that artists only give out songs that people have to dance in the club, or songs that will make kids or young guys roll dope and weed and smoke. So because I don't see, if you idolize somebody, like for example, if you look at most of our artists and you look at their followers, you will know those who follow and why they follow those they follow. It's very normal. So music has a big role to play.
Damn, this man did something. Bye-bye, don't do. Let's make some evidence. I will myself. Make a mouth. Disclaimer for most such things.
No, really.
But yeah, I think as deep as it goes, that's definitely what it is. That's as far as it goes for trending topics, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But let's listen to some music, right? And when we come right back, I think it'll be time for us to take up on our first guest. I won't be talking to our first guest. But before our first guest, after our musical break, we're going to be talking to D&D, parce que c'est le way après la musique. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Baba, yes. That's what we say now. Let's get to that and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Frida, did she just say?
We can talk on, let's discuss it here on Facebook. You can look at the comments.
Did she just say women don't kill men?
Obviously, because a lot of women right now are saying that we don't kill men, but we are heartbroken, you know, and all of a sudden men are killing us and we are scared. Honestly, this has been happening a long time, but right now women are speaking out because it has been hidden among family, among the culture that, you know, a man killing a woman is a normal thing, but it's really bad. You know, sex because of the music, it has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do. It has. I didn't want to talk about it.
Big brains.
It's because of the illiteracy. It's illiteracy. For me, it's illiteracy. An educated man, listen, an educated man would not want to kill someone. You understand? An educated man will let it go. But an illiterate man would think, man, I'm going to use my money for this girl. Spend all my life for this girl. Then this girl will use me so I will kill it. Which I will go and get nothing. You understand? It's based on your mental state. Exactly.
DJ là.
Right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise for, of course. Thank you. You can. We're done. We're done our work. Now let's make some noise. We got D&D who's in the building right now. One time, ladies and gentlemen. D&D.
Ouais, baba.
Bonjour et bienvenue. Regarde, n'es pas loin. Viens à côté de moi. Tu peux amener ton truc. Tu veux juste rouler ton truc.
Tu viens avec ton truc, tu vois, tu viens.
Ouais. D&D, tu as ton.
Tu peux venir avec ton truc, tu vois.
Ton truc personnel, quoi.
Voilà,
c'est
donc,
ça.
mon truc aujourd'hui.
C'est quoi le way aujourd'hui?
Ah, c'est quoi le way? Bah, on a été tous confinés, non?
Oui.
Hein?
Ouais.
Tu as été confiné?
Oui.
Et comment s'est passé ton confinement?
Dans les confirmations.
Dans la confirmation.
Ouais.
Chez moi, le confinement était hyper difficile, je t'assure. C'était tellement difficile que tu vois le boutiquier de mon quartier qui est juste à côté là.
Oui.
En bas à côté, juste comme
la Oussa là.
Ouais. Mais mon frère, je me suis tellement endetté chez le monsieur. Pendant le confinement que dès qu'on a stoppé le confinement, net, bam! Et Margot que tu connais là.
Oui.
Voilà.
L'autre ou l'autre?
L'autre, mon frère.
L'autre.
Tu sais que c'est l'autre là.
L'autre.
Ouais, l'autre.
Pas l'autre.
L'autre, pas l'autre.
Ok.
Voilà. Elles sont nombreuses, on connaît.
Ben, mais je connais l'autre là.
Gars, l'argot arrive à la créole.
Oui.
Je cherche dans mon stock de préso. Je trouve que le stock est fini quoi. Il n'y a plus de stock de préso. Et je dois tellement à ce boutiquier parce que sans lui, pendant le confinement, je suis mort les gars. Maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour aller prendre un nouveau crédit chez le boutiquier d'en bas?
Il faut parler là où ça comme moi.
Ouais, bon, ça devient compliqué. Je suis obligé de... C'est là où le masque intervient, bro.
Oui, bon.
Je suis obligé de mettre mon masque.
Ouais.
Je suis obligé de mettre mon masque. Déjà avec mon chapeau.
Ouais.
Il me dit que le dos là, il va pas me reconnaître.
Toi, tu as dit qu'il ne va pas te reconnaître.
Oui, mon frère, il dit que ici là, je sais qu'il va pas me reconnaître. Là, il arrive à la boutique.
Ouais.
Je réfléchis, il dit, si j'ouvre la bouche, non, il va certainement remarquer le fond de ma voix.
Ah bon? C'est seulement ta voix qui t'a
inquiété.
inquiété.
Il dit que, mais attends, mais qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire ici? Et puis la golo à la maison m'attend et fait comment elle besoin de préservatif.
Mon frère.
Je suis obligé de faire le mime, papa.
Tu as fait le mime?
Allez là, je comprends plus et je parle plus.
Tu as
Allez, Moumou.
Tu as fait son boutiquier? Et le boutiquier il a dit quoi?
Wallahi, DND. Tu crois que je t'ai pas reconnu? Tu blagues là, il faut payer ton crédit. Hein. Sinon, moi, elle te coupé comme les bêtes. Quand tu viens ici là, depuis que les enfants là, ils viennent à la boutique acheter préservatif. Si c'est pas toi. Si c'est pas toi qui viens acheter préservatif là, il y a qui ici encore? Quand tu blagues ici, il faut payer ton crédit. Hein.
Il faut payer ton crédit. Hein.
Baba, il était foutu. Heureusement que la go à la maison avec l'arsenal, mon frère.
Ah, quand même.
Sinon,
tu fais quoi? Tu as bac à la maison?
Je suis pas à la pire, non. La go.
Tu as dit que tu as perdu l'argent en route?
Non, je suis pas elle dit que la situation était compliquée. Ouais. Alors, elle m'a dit non, mais préservatif. Moi, je savais où je venais. Oui. Je savais le combat.
Donc, moi, je suis là, j'ai déjà ce qu'il faut.
Ce qu'il faut, papa.
Tu ne devais même pas aller là-bas rappeler que tu as le crédit chez le monsieur boutiquier.
Elle m'a sauvé, mon frère. On s'est sauvé.
Mais le plus important, c'est que il faut que chaque fois qu'on veut jouer le match, on utilise le préservatif.
Voilà.
Merci le message dans le message.
Voilà.
Dans le message. Let's make some noise for
Voilà.
The way of D&D is back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget. And today, D&D, tu sais ce qui est intéressant aujourd'hui, c'est aujourd'hui on est avec tes collègues, en fait. Il y a des comédiens aujourd'hui qui sont à la maison. I'm going to start by presenting to us, ladies and gentlemen, our first guest. All right, he's a great comedian, he's a great host, and he's one of those people who has been entertaining us also online and has been able to take his comedy to a next level, and that's something that we really love. He has one of the most interesting shows. It's called the CAMCOMIC show, for those who know, for those who don't know, well, you're going to know today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for the one and only Boy the Comic. Yes. Welcome to the show, Baba. Welcome to the show,
Thank
man.
you.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You fish it on down today, that's the thing, you know what I'm saying?
This is like a dream, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Please come and pinch me. I want to be sure that this is real. Pinch me, please. Somebody pinch me.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
be dream,
Not be dream,
Baba.
not be dream.
Not be dream.
Nabstar juice for you, bro.
Thank you,
Welcome
Baba.
to the show,
Cheers.
man. Cheers, man.
Very
Cheers,
smart
man.
thing.
It's a pleasure. Let's make some noise for boy to come across more, man. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
boy, welcome to the show, man. It's a pleasure to have you here, bro.
The pleasure is shared, Baba.
All right, let's talk a little bit about you. I really enjoyed this. It's been an interesting journey and a very progressive rise for you.
Yeah.
And what you've been doing and your creativity and how you've been able to do it. And ride us through it a little bit, like your background and how you started and how you got to comedy.
I'm a guy from Saltland. I'm a Cali Christian.
Bouncer too?
Yeah, my brother.
That is it.
Yeah,
That thing as an invasion.
I tell people,
Everybody
if you
just
go,
becomes
if
bouncer.
you go anywhere in this world and you are stuck in the airport and you misplace your luggage, just tell anybody in a loud voice, Kibam kem kila inyo, a bouncer will appear. Kila a bouncer will come out from nowhere.
Please, I need to learn that code.
I'm telling you.
What is it?
Kibam kem kila inyo, that my back is missing.
Kibanke kilayo.
You'll be shocked that the pilot will look at you. Forum.
Yeah.
Kibam kila. We are everywhere.
I'll just say everything is right now.
Yeah. I was born in Saltland.
Right.
But the papers say I was born in Ebolowa.
Really? Why?
Yes, I think today I can say the truth. You know, we don't get work. They talk true. Yeah. I come from a family of 5 to my mom. I can't count the number of kids my dad really has. You know.
Really?
But we plenty. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. I tell people if football die for this country, just call my pipe picking and we'll play the game.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Like, we'll get replacement for bench. You know. So I grew up for the most of my teenagehood in Yaoundé. You know.
Okay.
I knew the first woman. You know.
Yeah.
The first lady who raped me in
Right.
Yaoundé.
But you never pressed charges
Yeah, I didn't press any charges, you know.
Right, that
I
you
don't
had
understand
it,
why
so
these
absolutely.
days, you know. See, it's another story though. So I grew up in Yaoundé. What else? I've always been in my corner. I'm a very isolated kind of fellow, you know.
Really?
I think that's one of the reasons why I chose to do this crazy craft comedy. What else? What
Are you the what position are you amongst your family? Like, are you the
I'm
first
second.
or
I'm second.
you're the
I'm second.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
second. I'm second.
Nice. Let's just get the camera away from the levels.
Yeah, I'm second, and oh boy, read geography in uni.
Okay.
I was fortunate to pass my way into the National Institute of Youth and Sport,
Right.
where I made 5 years. I came out with a bachelor in recreology, which is the science of leisure.
Okay.
I went to the same school.
Let's understand that. What's that?
Recreology, the science of leisure.
So your own. Let me break it down in pidgin. It makes any sense.
Leisure.
I
is
mean, say your own work now, just for understand for chill.
yeah, exactly. We struggle to understand how.
Are there any herbs concerned involved in that?
I think it's a science once you get to you know.
Are there any herbs involved in that?
Not yet. But it's a thing we should try because somewhere else is a therapy. so yeah, 2 years later I came out with an MA in this time around in sociocultural tourism.
Right.
You know, so
At a certain point, I heard that you were a social.
I'm a social worker.
You're a social worker.
I'm a senior youth and action counselor.
You see, this is very interesting because you are actually like the first person I've met in Africa who has actually told me that he's a social worker first, and
Yeah.
also says it with the pride that I think a lot of social workers in Europe do say.
I think they really should. You know.
Tell me a little bit about that.
You know, it's a field where you are taught that the world is full of people who need to be stronger inside,
Right.
just like stronger outside.
Right.
You meet a lot of depressed people out there. You meet a lot of youth who at some point stop believing in themselves and stuff. You meet a lot of youths on the street. They all have a story. So in my field, we are taught to, first of all, study this category of youths, study this category of vulnerable people, and address these issues. But now, since my focus is more on entertainment, archaeology and sociocultural tourism, I decided to focus on entertainment generally. But now I didn't want to go everywhere, so I focused a little bit on comedy. So now what I would do is, of course, including myself as a comedian, because as I detect a talent, I detect my own self too. If I want to read you, I discover a lot about me. So we now focus on comedy. We see young people out there who have got talent, They have this zeal and the love for making people laugh because it's a very noble activity to do. And, now created a platform in 2014, a boy comedy show, and since then,
There's a few things that I really want to understand based on that, right? So when you become please, can we have the Facebook Live is here and the Instagram is always on the Facebook Live, and they complain. When you have a situation where you are a social worker, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does it really function structurally? Like how does the government structure that for you, and what part of the government structure are you involved in? Like, let's understand exactly what it is. Because why just for answer why I asked that question is because I think it's a very important part of the society.
So
a lot of kids
definitely
need those services. But it is the least publicized.
Oh yeah, that's true. And
so let's understand how it works, if it functions.
This is how it functions.
Right.
In the Cameroonian system,
right.
you sure have the Minister of Social Affairs,
okay,
Women Empowerment.
Right.
You understand? Normally, these are ministries that deal with social-related issues,
right,
even education. But my case, let me be more specific. I'm a product of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Civic Education. You know, when civic comes in, you want to look at how people behave vis-a-vis, you know, protecting their national heritage,
right,
their national patrimony,
right,
and how to behave in a society. You know, for instance, a youth in Nigeria is not the same youth you will find in Cameroon because we have different realities. So a senior youth and national counselor is trained at the National Institute of Youth and Sport. Yaoundé, we have just one, but then we have subsections or sub-other level like the Senages Kribi, Senages, you know, in almost all around the country. So yeah, that is just how it is. It is you know, kind of stratified. I'm a social worker. I'm a senior national counselor under the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Civic Education. And when you hear youth, you know, who want to deal with that category of Cameroonians who represent more than almost 70% of the population. Basically, that is it.
Wow. So that means there should also be there's also be a department that's involved in delinquents.
Of course.
And
that is my department.
And how does that function?
Okay, in my department, for instance, there is, we all know out there's youth delinquencies, of course.
Right.
There's juvenile delinquencies.
Right.
So we are trained to remind this youth that it is not all lost. Okay? We remind them that because they live, because they still have their arms, they have potentials, all they need to do is look within, think within, and connect it with the brain. Before you know it, you will realize that you still can play your own role in the society, you know, and make the country a better place and the world at large a better place. Right. So that's how we function. That's why you spend an entire 5 years, most of your studies, studying this class of people, the youths, the aged, the vulnerable, the poor.
Right.
Poor in the mind, you know, poor in the spirit, and poor, you know, with money.
So now let's break it down to something important now.
Okay.
Based on the fact that you are involved with comedy and from where you come from, and you have you're working with youths in it, what are the opportunities comedians, as like young comedians, have through you in this country, basically, and what does you represent somehow like the government or the system
kind
as
of.
far as that comes? So yeah, kind of. So what are you guys actually? Man, let's make some noise for that because. Yeah, so
accolades.
Because it's the first time we really have somebody who we could address an issue to that has to do with policies, because policies are more of political and structures, you know, and systems put in place. That we can address somebody on policies and has the amount of authority that you do. So what really do you guys have in place for a young art comedian that has been discovered at the CAMCOMIC show?
See, I don't want to preach just for my show.
I just want to give an example.
For
instance,
an example,
because that's like a clear.
Okay, this is an example.
Route. Like that's why it was created. Like let's get back to it. Like you said, it was created as one of the
catch talent and stuff.
You know,
at the Boy Comedy Show, normally people will inbox you. Oh boy, good afternoon. My name is ABAC. Blah blah blah. I think I'm funny. I was wondering if I could, you know, showcase on your platform. Now, oh boy works with a team. There's a group of people who started working together from day one, 2014, 12th of December. Right. So what we now do is, now, we don't want to put any pressure on the guy or on the lady who says, oh, I think I can make people laugh. You understand? What we do is, first thing is, as a youth, the moment you tell yourself I can make it, you will sure make it. All you need to do is now canalize your energy, you know, work with people like us, to lead you to wherever you want to get to. So now when you come to the Boy Comedy Show platform, generally we cannot make you perform for 10 minutes, of course. What we'll tell you is, okay, we have a show coming up. The show is going to feature big names like, the Blessed Calabar, the senior pastors, and the rest. It's first of all a big kind of honor to share a platform with these people. What we'll do is we'll make you do what they call in French ouverture du rideau. We'll tell you guys, don't kill yourself, but go ahead and drop 1 or 2 punchlines. From there now, we keep you. If you did well, of course, the team tells you. If you didn't do pretty well, the team still tell you in a way that it won't make you regret ever attempting to take a mic to do stand-up comedy. So that's how the Boy Comedy Show functions. You get. Okay. But now the show is not there to create some kind of division. We don't want to hear that a Boy Comedy Show has this particular number of comedians. No, because it is equally an opportunity and a platform for other comedians to come and showcase.
Now the question is, right? We get that platform.
Yeah.
Now, what happens to the comedians who do great and are told that they do great? What plans does the structure, or now not even much from now, over a Boy Comedy Show?
Yeah.
Like the reason why it was created. Now let's go to the hierarchy.
Yeah.
What plans do the hierarchy have for the results of structures that are created like this?
First things first, the industry is a baby industry.
Oh man, I cannot believe you guys are saying this.
No,
right
I'm talking about
somebody please call Bootylicious on the phone.
I know,
and call the freaky table.
I know what the allegation baby industry at some point brought on the social network with, you know. But whether we like it or not, when it comes to stand-up comedy, it's a craft that a lot of we francophones and even anglophones rather, we are still learning, whether we like it or not. You get. So when a comedian comes, because we are also learning in the process. I'm not going to say that I'm a god here. We have colleagues who are bigger than me.
So the answer to that question is there is nothing put in place.
There's not much from above.
I mean, like so, right? Because this is. Let's look at it like this.
Right? What I show most of the people who come is, you come to my show, I always have a full house. Many people are watching from different walks of life.
Right.
You understand? In that same hall, there's your next client.
Right.
This couple about to get married, maybe in December, is going to need a comedian to host.
So yeah, let's say that. That's a very important question. So when somebody comes out to the show in the crowd, what kind of clientele are looking like? Like a comedian to host a wedding,
perform on other platforms. I think you get that at my show.
Right. The exposure.
The exposure. Thank you. See some more English stuff. I don't talk and sing.
No problem. Problem. That's what I mean.
You get the exposure. You get to mingle with colleagues.
Right. Networking.
Yeah, of course. You get to network, of course. Right. Grandma. If we just talk for one talk, go me. You get some kind of follow up too, because it's not because you appeared on our show once that will give up on you.
Of course not.
Because we keep doing shows without means.
Right.
That's the irony.
No, because what I'm trying to get at really is for a long time we've been trying to figure out what really are the solutions. Because let's take a clear example, okay? It's very important for us to look at good examples that have been set and see how we can be able to do things that will go in that direction, right? So if I look at what you're doing, for instance, with the Boy Comic Show, and we look next door to Nigeria, who have been very, very successful with their comedy. As a matter of fact, I think the Nigerian comedy was successful even before music became successful in Nigeria. After the movie came, the comedy came through, and most successful comedians are the biggest things in the movie industry today. So I think that comedy has actually, that's like a grassroots of success and growth in the Nigerian movie industry. So you guys hold a very important role in the development of this industry, right? So if you look at, for instance, AY Comedy Show, for instance, right? There's a bunch of people that we know have come out from that and been able to start their own careers because they've had that platform. Now, what would you say is the problem with, how many shows have you done, for instance? Like we've done about
quite a number. I did my show, right?
Yeah, like we've done like
I think like 13 to 12
shows, right?
12, 13, yeah.
Can you list like 3 comedians who we know that have come out from one of from the shows in the 13 episodes that we had?
You see, at every show, one thing we are sure is there is always going to be somebody who will wow the audience. And people are like, oh, Ibiti exists.
Right.
I need this guy at my wedding.
Right.
But then
the follow-up. That's the question. And that's the real question. What is the follow-up like?
The follow-up is when you're good, and we'll see that potential. If you really want to stay around, we keep you in the Boy Comedy Show team. You understand? Because we cannot keep just doing shows, We have comedy skits that we do. In every comedian there's an actor. That's why comedians are the big names in the industry of the movie now in Nigeria. So what we do is we keep you around. We grow together. we study comedy together. Because we actually go online, do a lot of research, try to blend and connect with the existing and present trend so that we all grow together. Now, I'm not going to assure you that a comedian is going to leave my show and buy a car the next day. Wait, me say by the trick. You understand? So,
but then now that's an obvious situation, right? But what are the solutions to the situation? That's what we try to focus on.
I think what needs to be done. What needs to be done is first, the one thing that used to be a challenge, which gradually has kind of alleviated, is the fact that people now believe in us to an extent, and a very encouraging extent. But now I think the business people they are still not smart enough to realize that these are comedians who could become the brand ambassadors in the next future. These are comedians who could sell their products. These are comedians they could go for, and brand their products. It's a thing that a lot of companies don't want to carry that social corporate responsibility.
Right.
It's a challenge, I must admit, and also I don't think we've ever received any support from the state, and that's
but you are the state.
For
now you represent the state. You are a social worker. You
I
represent the state.
I'm not denying. I will not come and
so,
say.
But it means you have actually the power to go over and talk to the authorities who can change things.
Of course. At the moment, for instance, I'm working on a paper.
Right.
I'm trying to see how I can first go along the association. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. CAMCOMIC, and as an individual behind the Boy Comedy Show to book an audience with first the Minister of Arts and Culture,
right,
to tell him we think though COVID-19 is here, shows still have to happen in respect of few measures. So we intend to table that to his table.
Right. Based on how you guys can get back to action.
Exactly.
Don't you think that what you have to be putting up in the table is not really about getting back to action? Because before COVID-19, you guys were doing shows and the success that we're looking for has still not been attained. For instance, like, you understand what I'm saying? So don't you think that the problem we have to across right now are more like, how can we structure the comedy industry in a way that it can be lucrative, or and more of that? Because I think to a certain point, I think our problem right now is more like policies. We need the right policies, and we need policies that are cultural friendly for us to be able to succeed in our different creative roles. Be it
book. I swear to God. Can we clap?
It's called common sense. I think that it's very important that's something that we have to think about. That's why I'm trying to really look at this, because the solution will not just be to get back to shows.
Yeah, that's
definitely
true.
not.
That's true.
And then the next thing about it is like, okay, what is a future of it? Now, I want to always look at what we can do more than what we cannot do. But unfortunately, today you represent the state and you also represent, you know what I'm saying, the comedians.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think you are a boxer that uses left and right. So you have two jabs going through right here. You can hit here and you can hit there. Let's start with, on the other hand, of the comedians. I think, to a certain extent, right, comedians have to evolve, right? Graduate. Let me take AY for instance as an example, right? He was just a comedian and a stand-up comedian, whatever, and then now he is a movie man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Still a comedian.
Okay, and still a comedian.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? What does it take for Cameroonian comedians to be able to cross that part? And let's not get it twisted. I think this goes to Anglophone comedians, because on the other hand, if you look at the Francophone side of it, most comedians have been able to evolve into so many things. A lot of people don't even know President Chop Chop was a comedian. And today he's one of the number one media personalities in the country.
Boss.
You understand what I'm saying? So what does it take for Anglophone media comedians to evolve?
First of all, I think I'll start with the comedians.
Right.
Guys, keep working. Rome was not built in the day.
But come on, man. I
know.
think this one has really built Rome, and then Rome's cousin and brother, and
Come
the
on
time.
now, come on
There's
now.
enough time. No, I mean one person, bro. I need to see. I mean, like, look at it. Like, right. First of all, oh boy, let's 13 oh boy shows, right?
Yeah.
But then it's a great thing. We come out there, we love it, we watch it. It's
true.
great. But all right, now the thing is, right? What do we need to have somebody come out of it and then start after? By the time you do 13, you should have one person on episode 1, 2, or 3 that can have his own show. You understand? That's the only way we can grow. Like, really. I think what does it take for us to evolve like that?
What is going to take us is people need to come in this time around differently.
Right.
Cash needs to be invested. It or not,
Right. Money rules.
Yeah, I was telling a colleague earlier in the afternoon, The guys were like, "Oh, you always boast of I've done shows here and there." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been doing the shows. I still don't have even a bike, but that's true. I will keep having a full house." Yeah, that is because people need to step in. You know, this time around differently. Right. I'm mostly looking at little enterprises around. You understand? Yeah, people are going to pay their cash through tickets and come for the show. Right. Now the money is still coming from boys that comics little savings. You know, he makes the money from the tickets, and the money goes back to where it came out from. There's practically no profit. I think companies should now come in and realize that, oh, the time has come for us to invest in this sector.
But you know, sometimes I don't lie you, Baba. I forgot about company. No, they're not ready for you. More just don't just keep them out.
I know. Even if we put the company,
you know why I say so? Because I think that there's so many other creative ideas that we can bring together that can make Oh Boy the Comic Show a little bit more lucrative. And if you look towards Nigeria, for instance, right, what made it really explode or big was that they created a social hype around these events that made these events almost overpaid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what made them to blow. So don't you think that there are creative business ideas that we can come up with, you understand what I'm saying, that can be able to take this from one level to another? Without, the companies would only come in when this flower is blooming.
Exactly.
And how do we leave from here and go there? Because you, as a comedian,
I mean, from here to there is just you and I. I think so. I was on a live video a couple of days ago, and I was hitting hard on music artists.
Right.
It may sound funny, but it's true.
Right.
People need to announce us. We are tired of announcing ourselves. Imagine Stanley not announcing me, bro. He's got a fan base. He has people who follow him. And of course, Stanley, don't announce me if you are not convinced that I'm good enough, please. Because sometimes you want to announce somebody and you're not too good, it broke down your fan base. But you can testify, you already did. We've been working. 13 shows. How many has Senior Pastor done? So many. And other colleagues. The time has come for other colleagues to announce us. Comedians announce musicians in Nigeria. Let's admit that. But if you look at our own situation, music is right up there. Let music announce us. Let other stakeholders in the entertainment industry announce us the right way. And I think from there we are going to cost and, create that social
impact. Based on what you're saying, that's definitely a very right point.
I want to take a simple example. I don't want to call names, but tell me a big artist this country was ever shared a skit done by a Cameroonian, an Anglophone comedian. Our Francophone brothers are doing it, believe me. You understand? We have music videos that hit millions of views. Which comedian is there to showcase his thing in that video?
No, but I think
very few.
No, but some artists, I've seen a lot of artists who share comedian skits. I've seen a lot of artists. No, I have seen a lot of artists. I cannot pinpoint it now. If I pinpoint now, I'll definitely, but I can tell you 100%.
Okay,
if you give me till tomorrow, I will post. I will screenshot at least 10 and put on our page.
We need more and more serious.
Right, that's right. I think, and I also think that, right. I also think that to a certain extent, right. Comedians also need to return that favor, and I think they're in a position to return that favor a lot more because, okay, cool. One spice to add to the comedy shows is the musical lineup.
Exactly.
And get this right. I really do believe that if you guys decide, like, you know what, we're gonna get this. Look, there are so many artists today. We have 20 A-list artists today in Cameroon.
2018, I had Magasco.
Right.
2014, I had this very popular guy in Yaoundé, Nabstar. I'm not trying to defend at my own level.
No, I'm sure that
if you see me complaining that the music artists are not really doing enough, it's because at every show we have even put more emphasis on music because it's a comedy industry that is still sprouting. Now we need the the pull factor, and the pull factor all these years has been music. Personally, I've put music
on the span of how many years?
In the span of 14, 15, 16, 17, 6 years.
In the span of 6 years.
Yeah.
That's basically you do like an average of 2 shows a year.
Yeah, 2 shows a year.
Okay.
This year I think we did last year we did a 3 show in 1 year. We started this crazy idea.
But you know the funniest thing about it is like, let me count for the last, say, 3 years that I've been probably active. We've been on our show, so that should be about 6 to 7 shows we've done, but we never got an invitation for any of the shows. I'm just saying. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true, bro.
I'm just saying
That's
because I'm
crazy.
a musician and we are media and we basically doing what you guys need to be doing,
Not true,
announcing
Baba,
you.
not true,
That's what you
Baba.
say you want to be doing. We're announcing you.
Nah, I
So
see
we
I
are,
see
you know what I'm saying? So sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, they say, like man, we like our business. So sometimes let's concentrate on people who understand what we're doing, understand
No,
what we're,
better-
and when we
better
get
talk that.
together,
True.
we'll be able to change people's minds. You understand what I'm saying? Let's make some noise for that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? When we get together, we'll be able to change people's minds. You get
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Because
That's true.
sometimes it just takes like two right people to do something like, it's like the first time when they put two stones together, pack and fire came out like, two stones, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
It just needs, but those two stones could be lying down there and people will probably use it to
Man,
kill
I
people
live
and
here. I
stuff.
live here with a lot of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
school for thought. I no go lie.
Now what I tell you, say plat your back in the can because the sabi will enter your head. It needs fresh air.
I
Eh,
know,
Baba?
brotherly,
That
I
is
know,
so-
I know.
You need
No
fresh air.
shaking.
Let's move on to a very next important part. You are one of the reasons why I also invited you here also because I know that you are public relations officer for
Yeah, for
CAMCOMIC.
CAMCOMIC.
All right. So tell us a little bit about CAMCOMIC and what it is because of course, as the public relations officer, you are the you're the spokesperson, you are the public relations, you are the person
yeah.
to be here, even
Sure.
if CAMCOMIC is going for CNN to interview you. Maybe so.
You know, before I came, we had this chat in the meeting.
Yeah.
The guys were like,
Somebody I beg tell DJ tell us say man.
the guys were like, oh boy,
is
you know,
kind
if
of
you
funny.
dodge this question, whether you like it or not. You know, if you dodge this question. You see, the Association of Anglophone Comedians, the idea came up 5 years ago.
Okay.
5 years ago when, I think in 2016, sent to Boya
Right.
to work. So when I got there, I know that Boya in Silicon Valley for all the showbiz, So I was like, okay, guys, comedians, how we will do the thing? Now we started meeting at my former office at the youth center, Boya Town, and 1, 2, 3, 4 meetings.
So that was just like you guys just got together as a
Yeah,
couple of you guys
yeah,
and like
yeah.
what was the whole
The idea
behind-
was, guys, let's not function in an isolated manner.
True.
I need to be sure that Sparko is very accessible because he's a colleague. I need to know that Senior Pass is very accessible so we can actually meet and exchange, experiences and stuff.
I just want to add something to that, right? This is a very important aspect that I think you see sometimes we make the right moves and we don't go all the way through with it and we skip some very important things.
Yeah.
I want us to know, I'm sure you probably also knew that it's very important for people, colleagues to get together.
Sure. Sure.
I want to give a very important business
Sure. And
advantage to
even
that.
in their diversity, come together.
And
regardless.
the business aspect to it when you talk about exchanges, because we have reached a time where we need to be able to build an economy for this industry.
Yeah.
And that's the only way that the industry becomes really an industry and becomes lucrative. If not, it will be our hobbies as old people trying to beg and survive. You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
So for us to be able to create that economy, we have to be able to set prices. We have to be able to have paces. We have to be able to have a structure.
Yeah.
And the only way we can be able to have that if all of us are in communication.
Togetherness, that's
So
true.
if a company calls Oh Boy the Comic here today and says, I want you to do this show, I have, what do you want me to pay you? And you're like, you know what, you're going to give me 1 million because that's what I'm worth. Okay, for instance. And then they say, no, it's just for 2 minutes. Like, yeah, I'm worth 1 million. Okay. And then he's like, okay, he goes and calls B, senior pastor, for instance. Like, and then tells senior pastor, like, yeah, we have this thing for you. We have some stuff for you. We have 300,000 for you.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you just 2 minutes and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he takes that money because he knows it's just 2 minutes for that.
And that's one of the reasons why we decided to function as an association.
Exactly.
Because we never really have a price tag for our craft.
And
Which
so
of course is
have you
priceless.
guys been able to do that? Have you guys been able to come up with
Partially.
Okay.
Partially, let me tell you why. When we had that kind of argument in the forum and in the meeting, somebody said, of course we don't call names here.
Yeah.
A colleague said,
You can
a
feel free,
colleague
but
said,
we don't
even
need
we
to.
decide to fix our wedding gigs at, let's say 400K.
Right,
There are situations where it is your cousin who's getting married.
right.
It's a distant relation to the family who's getting married, and the family member says, the man, take 200,000 now. You see, you're forced to take cause his family. But of course, we finally came out with a conclusion.
Sorry, let me just say something else about that. I think it's high time. You see, like we were saying the other day, the fans need to be ready for us.
Yeah.
How do fans get ready for us? Right? It's only in Cameroon, because your auntie, where they do
Oh.
catering.
Thank you.
You understand what I talk? No, they make a chop for 200,000, maybe in a 1 or 50,000.
Yeah.
So person when a cousin, where na comedian, as in his job, where the one can host your event, you need to get for double it. It's because you don't say in 1 year, sometimes I only job that you will get that.
You said involve blood. So somebody came up with this actually. And I mean, we finally said, guys, we finally said, guys, let the law be the law. Let whatever we decide be what we decide. You see, and we started meeting from one meeting to another. And can you imagine, we functioned for like 4 years. We went to the regional delegation for arts and culture several times. They didn't want to make us an association because I think the government is used to, artists coming together and later on coming to fight the government. You understand? So we were under probation for 4 years. The group moved from 10 to 15. We're like 50. At some point, we even plenty past the jokes. You go to shows and comedians are like, 50. Jokes not even, the balance not there. Were so many. So by the grace of God, sometime last year, after several meetings, I remember the one general meeting we had, the regional delegate for arts and culture for Boya was there, and the sub-divisional delegate of Limbe was there. And they said, oh, these guys are serious. Let's take this thing to another level. You guys put the documents together. We have assessed you guys. The time has come for you guys to function as an association.
So that was when you guys were trying to get legalized.
That is when we became legalized. And I think I'm that person to say it here. In Cameroon, right, in our system, we have two forms of association. We have declared association and authorized association. That you and I decide to function together and, look out for each other. We're a declared association. We're already an association. The law and the government recognizes it because we sat and said, we need to, take care of each
verbally.
Other. Exactly. Now,
just verbally.
And it's just a stage.
We just a verbal agreement.
Exactly. We just a verbal agreement. It's recognized by the state. They call it authorized association. Sorry. Okay. Yes, sorry. Declared association. Okay. We accept to be together. Okay. Now, after some time, we became a legally recognized association, so we are an authorized association now. We have a registration number. Today we can gang up, this time around represented by the president, to go to the ministry and say, oh, enough is enough with you guys,
How long have you guys been legal for?
We've been legal for very soon, a year.
1 year.
A year, yeah. Yeah, we've been legal for a year.
And in the past year, what was your activities been like?
In the past year, it's been more of, we get to understand each other now. Some few colleagues.
That's like part of your agenda? Like getting to understand each other?
For instance, senior pastor will do a show. Let's face facts. It's difficult to play a comic. But now, because we are in an association where we know our realities, we sit and speak it out. It's easy to come to the association and say, guys, I know we are here 30, but these are the 5 guys I want for my show. You understand? These guys are ready to sacrifice their money and even pay for hotel rooms just to come and support the brother. And it has been very helpful. It has taken the industry another step ahead. You understand? I've done shows in Yaoundé where colleagues come and the least I can do is get a room, maybe pair comedians in the room. And they don't complain. And that's because we decided to start functioning together. To move together and understand the realities of the challenges when it comes to organizing events. That has helped.
And most of the time, like, they also participate on stage, they perform.
Exactly. That has helped bigly. Now, today, it's crazy because we have colleagues around English-speaking Cameroon, so many, they started hearing about the vibes of CAMCOMICs. People wanted to belong, and like every association, it's always open. Membership is open.
No, what are the criteria?
The criteria are very simple. They assess your seriousness once you join the group. You understand? Seriousness in the sense that, are you into this thing just to please yourself that you can make people laugh? Because at some point, if all man the clap joke, Hugo should don't laugh the jokes you get. They see that, oh, this guy is serious with what he's doing. Now they now tell you, guy, the time has come for you to register.
Break it down to us. What like, how would you identify someone who's serious from someone who's
okay, let me take an example.
Right.
We have a law that if a boy is having a show, whether you were shortlisted to perform and be given a token, should things work well, we have a law that because you are a comedian, we need to start pushing our own before people get contaminated and copy from us and push our own. Imagine a show where you claim you're a comedian in Boya and you live in Boya. You cannot come for free to sit on the seat that has been reserved for you and encourage colleagues. We look at that. The moment we notice that, bro, you just call yourself a comedian, but you're not serious. There is no point telling you, okay, the time has come for register.
You can understand someone who's like in a different town, for instance.
Sure.
So it's flexible. It's not like...
Yeah, we'll definitely take into consideration stuff and like information like that. So that's how we've been functioning. And trust me, the discipline has been very soft. In a group, everybody can say and do anyhow. But there's a level of disrespect the group cannot take, especially when it is affecting almost everybody. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get to that. So when we became legal, to become a member like every other association, you need to pay at least 5,000 as registration. What does the money? How does the money? The money stays in the coffers of the association.
Right.
If we have social outreach, that's the money we can say, oh, our transfer money at least already there. Are we going to go to this school to distribute face mask, or go to this school to sensitize on, you know, on COVID? Are we going to go? How do we want to go about this? And that is where the group instead now come as individuals to contribute to add up to what we already have. We've been functioning that way since we became legal.
Can I ask you a question?
Please do.
How is it possible that when you guys get together as a legal group, your objectives are more of looking for money to contribute instead of building the structure for the money to come in? Like, I really need to understand. But let's face it, right? How do you people
Take an example. Yeah.
Yes. You get
You want to study.
right.
What do you pay?
School fees.
School fees. Now, school fees not only doesn't just come pay, but probably for the pay for your education. But it shows how serious you are. I think if the association was just open for anybody, you understand, it will be a group of guys who are not serious, believe me.
No, I'm okay with registration.
Yeah.
It's not
And
about
believe me,
registration.
not everybody in the group at the moment has registered, because there are some serious guys we know.
No, it's not even about registration.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about registration.
And we're
I'm
not
talking
in
about
an
activity.
association to look for money, please, because we're individual comedians with our individual hustles. But when we come to the forum or the meeting, we put those jackets aside and we share experiences and we grow from there.
My point is, right, as the fact that you guys have been able to come together, right,
Yeah.
and create this association, right, it gives you a third hand. Because your first hand now, from, you know what I'm saying, from the state, like I say, as being a social worker, the possibilities you have.
Yeah.
Next time is that you're a comedian.
Yeah.
Now, next time is that you're part of
An association.
an association
Yeah.
that is legal, like you say, can
Yeah.
call for audience for the Minister of Culture
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Now, there's a problem of copyrights, you understand? There's a problem of being paid your dues. There's a problem of being in a creative world where the economy of this creative world is not working properly.
Sure.
And there are certain policies that can be put in place that can help you guys. For instance, right, the Ministry of Art and Culture has a lot of events throughout the year. If every comedian individually has to have 3 shows due to the connections you have, that the ministry can be able to quadruple that for the association and give room for that people. So I'm asking, like, that those powers that we have when we have associations, right? We work towards those things, or because, like, I'm hearing what you're saying, you know, there's a lot of things interesting, and then the convoy you're fighting for and all that, but what about
Remember, I told you
direction?
a couple of minutes here that now, because we are an association, we have a moral person called CAMCOMIC, probably represented by the president. It's now easy for us to decide and talk about our challenges and now channel it through our president, who can easily access the people
hierarchy.
at the higher authority. And, you know, you see, I think it answers it all. And for an association that just got legalized, you know, less than a year ago, we are still learning. The copyright and stuff is a thing that, if you ask me, I say to go, I not study them.
Right.
If I don't meet you one-on-one and you tell me, guys, you guys just,
have
when I suppose for the chop from this
right,
thing, you know.
do skits,
Exactly.
you know, there's YouTube stuff. You guys need to get together and educate
We
yourself
need
on
that
how you can be able
education,
to be on YouTube.
Because
and
one of
be
the
online
activities we have slated is, now, we are not claiming that we too sabi. So we intend to organize before the end of the year at least 2 or 3 seminars where we'll bring other stakeholders from different sectors. We're going to be like, okay, the Salatiers and the rest guys, you guys surely probably get paid through YouTube. How can you guys come, you know, lecture us, explain to us, so that we too feel benefit, you know? From there, we're going to be moving forward. I know big guys in the industry, music in particular, who have a very direct relationship with, you know, key ministries. You understand? How do we organize a seminar and bring these guys, you know, to give us a tutorial on how to go about these advantages that are so many out there? You understand? It's a lapse that I cannot.
How do you guys work in collaboration with the movie industry to say, you know, hey, you guys give us a shot. If you guys are going to be doing X amount of movies a year, make sure you can have some comedians also on our movies. Because I feel like comedians are going towards the music industry for everything much more than the movie industry, which is like your cousin industry.
Do you know why?
Why? Explain that, please.
It is so because the music industry.
Is that right?
That's very true. That's very true. I wouldn't lie. It is today in the movie industry. You will see a script where in the story there's a funny guy, but for some crazy reason the director would rather go and transform an Epule Jeffrey to a comedian for that role, a Chief of Valerie to a comedian for that role.
Why?
I don't know why.
No, but
I think
okay, let's you have some ideas.
see
And this
us.
is a place where you have
Okay.
to say it.
You
you have
what I
some
want to
reasons
say
why.
today is-
If it's wrong, they would clarify it.
What I think is they're not putting enough eyes on us. They don't want to. I don't know why they're still slow in acknowledging the fact that we exist. I was telling a colleague some few days ago, in that same meeting, CAMCOMIC, we decided that we're not going to do for people so they can do for us. But for the culture, each time there's a movie premiere in the city where you find yourself, get at least the least cost of that ticket and be at that event. Because if you want people to do it for you in the future, just do it.
Question:
You
do
understand?
you think that obviously it's not a problem of talent or capability in thriving in the movie industry? Do you think that you guys are capable of thriving in the movie industry?
Oh, we are so capable now.
Okay, so next question I have, like, if you guys think you're capable of thriving in the movie industry, I think the comedians have really strong figures, right?
Yeah.
There are a couple of AY. There is there's
Basketball, Bobby, and the rest.
Yeah, I mean, come to Cameroon. There is Senior Pastor. There is International.
Sparko,
There's CY. There's
yeah.
Sparko. There is yourself. Most of you do at least 2 shows a year.
Yeah.
All right. What will happen if you guys decide to do a movie to be able to prove your point? And don't you think that's a way that you can be able to infiltrate the movie industry? Because at a certain point, I think the hustle is involved in it. It's not always waiting for people to do what
That's
moves
true.
are you making.
That's true. And to think that we have the craziest audience. Have you ever? I'm sure you've been to Senior Pastor's event.
Yeah, I think it's
He has
sick.
1,200 above. My humble
Right.
self, I have 1,000 and above.
Right.
That's an audience that could be ready for a little diversity.
Absolutely.
How about we come for a stand-up comedy night, but we're told that no, this time around, guys, now film the way we now.
Right.
It's very possible,
Right.
and I take it as a food for thought.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But at the same time, we cannot be everything. We cannot be everything. In other ideal societies, people who are,
But I think that's what AY did.
that's what AY, after how many years? He hustled now, not be
But when I don't hustle too, don't do 13
Ah,
comedy shows.
was
But
that
if
a
you say that
pepper
shit, stop.
The one thing is that's true though.
I mean, like
I said, I take it
bro,
for- I
think
take it- I
about
take
it.
it
Like,
as
it's
a
about
food
the
for
stage level, right?
Yeah.
You probably don't have what it takes to do the big Netflix movie, but I think you guys can get together and do a movie that everybody's gonna love, and you get into the movie industry,
it as a food
and
for
then it will be like, yo, you guys cannot see us, but here I am. I think I did that too, and that's why I'm telling you that when I
In the
came, I did
meeting,
my
in the
own
meeting
movie.
today, we decided that everybody was going to be watching the show, and I'm pretty sure everybody's watching, and we're really
they
taking
can see the following, man. Let's make some
we're
noise
taking
for
it so serious.
Let's make some noise for it.
We're
And
taking it serious, yeah.
Je veux à son
oui,
Vas-y,
vas-y.
vas-y.
En fait, le vrai que moi j'ai envie de c'est que c'est, tu vois, c'est vrai que quand on dit comédie, on joue tous un rôle en fait.
Bien
C'est
sûr.
un peu l'humour, l'humour, actorat et tout, on joue tous un rôle. Donc, mais en fait, la question que je voulais te poser, c'est toi, en tant que humoriste,
Ouais.
tu t'identifies à quel humoriste à l'échelle internationale?
Ah. Bon. Moi, j'ai toujours tout admiré le président Chop Chop depuis l'enfance. Mais tu can testify qu'il y a de cela bientôt presque une dizaine d'années, notre société s'est investie beaucoup dans le stand-up. Du coup, bon, moi, je vais te donner mon idole dans le domaine du stand-up. Bien que j'admire out of Cameroon, mais mon idole reste quoi comme Narcisse. Hier,
Ouais, mais
aujourd'hui,
il
demain.
reste un artiste international.
Bien
donc,
sûr. Lui, c'est mon idole, c'est mon idole. Et
Ouais.
le président Chop aussi, de par sa façon d'être si flexible, quoi. Jusqu'aujourd'hui, on l'appelle même présentateur. Moi, c'est toujours mon papa dans
It's
l'humour.
still one of the
Come on.
biggest. This is one of the biggest comedians
I
definitely
know.
that this country has seen. So continuing with where we're going on CAMCOMIC, right?
Yeah.
The next point that we definitely had to address, which has been a trending topic all throughout. Explain to us exactly what is the situation with Danny Green.
You see, anyway, my hands are tied. I'm the PR.
But you have to. You're the only person to speak on it.
I have to. We already know what the association is made of, how
Right.
serious we are, how so many other colleagues want to belong. And that was the case with Danny Green. Danny Green for several times kept asking me as a brother and to General Toxic as a colleague, guy, how Manfi belong? And I told him, bro, what it takes to belong is just to say you are a comedian. And of course, you are a comedian. We all are seeing what you're doing. And Danny Green was added to the forum, CAMCOMIC. And
The forum's like a Facebook forum.
no, WhatsApp forum.
A WhatsApp
The WhatsApp
forum,
forum.
okay.
And in the group, we definitely discuss things that will make us progress, we exchanged experiences and stuff. But the only challenge with the colleague and good brother Danny Green was the fact that I don't know if we still had to take some time to understand that here we put the big jackets aside and we all, if we have to rub our hands on the mud, we all rub together, you understand? So
humility is what you
exactly, that is what the brother didn't have that much when it came to among us comedians, and at some point,
like it's, give an example.
An example is the brother comes to the group for his very first time, and we're working on a come together in Bamenda.
Right.
We're working on a come together where some few comedians were shortlisted to be on the flyer, because we cannot have a flyer of 40 people in a choir, you understand? So we selected a few for that Bamenda edition, and
based on
the fact that let Bamenda be represented, let Kumba be represented, let Limbe be represented. That's how I always look at things. We don't want to make a show come together in Bamenda and that has to end with the show.
I want to understand, like, when you do a flyer, right? What does the flyer? What does the flyer represent? Because sometimes this is where problems come from, right?
Yeah.
But let's really get it. When you do a flyer, what does the flyer represent? Is the flyer not supposed to attract people
Definitely,
to come,
for
or
sure.
is the flyer supposed to promote the people on it to people who don't know them?
Both.
Okay.
Both. The first is let it pull people to come.
Right.
Imagine my flyer with your face, but I don't make them now. It's an example.
Amen.
Exactly. So we take that criteria into consideration, and we took it. We have seen, and there's even positioning apart from just being on the flyer. You see, if you put people for line, so it doesn't speak.
Right.
But if you put people triangle with the senior pastor standing in front, they hope Amanda knows say no, we gotta go see senior pastor.
Right,
You get. So let's get back to Danny Green. So the bro gets into the group, and we're working on that project, and the flyer was already out. The first thing that comes for the colleagues' mouth is, so when I not put my face on flyer, when I feel say anything go waka. You understand? And guys are like, bro, what did happen? We just put you. And our elder brother CY, who happens to be the patron to the association, is like, Buna, who to this? So that's where my brother sparked fire. I don't want to bring the insults here. Seriously insulting the elder brother and seriously insulting practically everybody and boasting of how he has taken the industry to the map and stuff like that. This thing hurt people there now. You understand? And they tried to bring the brother and colleague to order. It was impossible. And few days after, we had to oust him for a while, because when they hit on too much, we first move person gathered and think him. You understand? A few weeks or months after, and I speak with Danny Green, I'm like, bro, how far? Each time we're in the forum and I bring up your emoji of you crying, oh my god, the vex, you bring again the guy for here. And I'm like, people, at some point, respect the bullet and give some credit to the gun that shot it. This guy is an amazing guy. He's a shooting star. He's a brother. We're not going to just remove a brother because he's this or that. And probably this is our own rehabilitation. When I came here, I thought I was King Kong. When Sparko came here, he thought he was the king of comedy. But all of us finally settled down to understand that we're almost, equal. Let's bring a brother and talk things out. We brought back the brother. Things didn't change. And it came at the time when we were contributing, because we do that at the association, for a president who lost the mom and the mom-in-law. On one day, sad case, Danny Green contributed like everybody. The small pride, see, enter. How can you contribute and nobody's contributing and sending screenshots to the forum? You send a screenshot of the money you contributed, which is not the amount we wanted. But we have, your balance, one plenty money like that. So I think somebody said in the forum, Baba, nobody sent money to Toxic and brought screenshot here. It's backfire. He doesn't want to be corrected. He doesn't, like animal opinion, you understand? That thing, they pain people. But what really vex people a lot is his rant on social media. If I want to drop a caption, if you have a TV show, I have a TV show, and I drop a caption and I say, it's only me in this country. I think it's better I say it's the best show in the country or the best TV show in the country than to say it's only me who have brought TV to the limelight. It is me who have brought this here and there.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Definitely.
I've heard that music before.
You understand? Now, colleagues are like, bro, come on. People, they know. You understand? Now comes to... Now, the worst part is, normally, fans out there want to react.
Right.
And when they react, his immediate reaction is he goes super vocal on whoever is reacting, and the comments that follow is now so that on our industry you see they don't globalize the cost. Anglophone entertainers for comedy, when I need to go anywhere, all you do is this, all you do is that. You see the seed that is out there kind of spreading negative vibes affects the entire house, you understand? So we started addressing the issue in the forum. I don't know, one thing led to the other, On couldn't enter insults. Insults started coming left and right. We are still chatting in the group. 11 p.m. we see on Facebook, Danny Green went and posted, his life is at stake. An Anglophone comedian is threatening to kill him if they hear he's dead and stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's stupid allegation now. We've been chatting all this thing in this group. Nobody took it out there. The screenshot came to the forum. Some few minutes after, I see another screenshot of another post that he did. That somebody advised him some years back because we lost a colleague some few years ago, Shoko the legend. And the screenshot said, this guy was killed by a colleague, a comedian. And that he has got to be careful in that sector because it's a sector full of jealousy. We start thinking, come on. A sector we are barely building. Come on. Yeah, he says he didn't call a name on the caption. But bro, if you say an Anglophone comedian is threatening to kill you, you've called Alene Menge a killer, a murderer. You've called Oboda Comic a murderer, senior pastor, the murderer. These are people who have been working. You understand? So that you come today. I don't know. I don't care when you started. Nobody cares when I started. But today you are the big name. But respect those who have been there. You understand? So that was the problem of the group. The guy didn't want to, come to realize that it is not good. He said it is his way, and stuff. So the group had no other thing to do than
that was unanimous at the decision.
Unanimous, because it starts from an executive team and it's brought to the group and c'est tranché.
But my question is how does it change anything? Because when he does it, he'll still be said that's a comedian. He's not going to be not called a comedian anymore.
Sure.
Like the actions that he said, if you let him go and he still does them, it doesn't change the image, which is the most important thing you're afraid of. Like that, it still spoils the comedian's name. If you guys say
today
it's
something
detrimental
happened.
to it.
Did you see his apology on social media? Everywhere. He dropped an apology. It's true at the forum we said the apology was, geared towards his fans, not the forum or the colleagues he really offended. Right. That's why we have not really addressed the issue yet. Right. And our target here is not to tarnish or bring down the brother.
Absolutely.
It's just to call him to order and say, guy, it's true, lots of comments are coming. This group, we didn't know it existed and stuff. It's a social oriented kind of group. We don't need to come to the public and say we have been living as a family behind, you understand? So it only came out because allegations like this person is trying to kill you will have stayed there for life. Comedians coming after us will have come to read that, you understand? So if people think making public,
But I mean, like, for comedians, don't you think guys took it too serious? Comedians,
it was a thing to take serious. Bro, if I call you a murderer, forget Baba, you go feel some way.
I know you're a comedian, I go live with a comedian. A funny man talk funny talk, bro.
But the people watching you are not comedians.
Yeah, but they know that they are comedians, and when they come to your page, they're coming for comedy. There ain't nobody taking that thing serious. Comedy.
Unfortunately,
did you take it serious?
No lie. You
didn't take it serious, bro.
Wait, the communique or the fact that comedians were called murderers?
The two both of them. This whole thing is a joke, bro. It's a joke.
It wasn't a skit.
Bro,
it wasn't a skit.
That's
because
what I'm saying. Like, we take it like a joke.
Do it. You guys take it as a joke because you come for shows. You see us as comedians.
But that's what I'm saying. For
comedians don't say it that way.
Don't you think for comedians you guys took it too serious? That's my question again.
We didn't take it too serious. We didn't take it too serious at the beginning. Yeah. But when it went to the point of somebody trying to gather for him and spoiling for the rest, that's the problem.
Okay, so do you think that he has like based on the reason why he was ousted, he's committed the worst crimes that anybody in your team has committed that deserves him to be ousted? That's the question. Do you think that's fair judgment, or do you think we should start saying his life matters? I mean, tell me, what do you think? Let's get that clear. What do you think?
I think the decision was fair.
So what you're trying to say, because nobody has gotten that penalty before.
I mean, the first one.
He's the first, right?
That means that he has committed. Is barely a year old. So if you say he has committed a crime nobody has ever committed before, I will just tell you, well, it's one of them, but he took it to that level. You understand?
Because I have a question that we want to ask.
Please
do. When we saw the communique, one of the most interesting things that I saw in the communique was, and of course, I realized then that you were the PR, but also I realized that your discipline master is that guy. What do they call that name again? Shotgun. I want to say that is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen, and that is where you guys lost your credibility as CAMCOMIC, as far as I'm concerned, because that Shotgun is the most disrespectful human being that I know as a comedian in this world, and I know that he has said more disrespectful things than any other Cameroonian comedian, and the fact that you guys make him discipline master shows that you guys are all doing what you do for a living,
when
being comedians.
We're in primary school and your teacher gets in and he finds you making noise. Oh, John said you make noise. Okay, take paper, take the name of names of noisemakers starting with your name. That's basically the kind of strategy we use to change. Shotgun has changed.
Me, I know students. I know dismissal. I know
Shotgun has changed.
Listen,
the same shotgun
if you come to class, you meet a student, you tell him make noise, you tell him make write am. If you can't class, student will deserve dismissal. You need to leave for class, make the talk writer, you the dismissal. Me, if you ask me about dismissal, first of all, right, that is that you guys say, right? Is it for you or is it for people? Because if you are actually putting that out there, he's very, very disrespectful. Me personally, I'll be defining for BT. And they will be see, I don't even know Sepsenai. Yeah, I don't even know Sepsenai. After I look at it, I say, this man is not even worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and let's be very frank about it. Because there's a level, he is too disrespectful for you guys to think that we're going to take it serious. And you make him a discipline master.
I think it's a food for thought. It's a food for thought to take home. But what I can assure you,
I shared the skit. I didn't even know that it was a skit.
What I can assure you, what I can assure you is that Shotgun today is different. And we sat in the group. We saw that the only person to always calm down the steam when it gets too hot is somebody who himself is a steam. And trust me, that decision came and Shotgun has been a changed person.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. If you guys could change Shotgun, you can change and agree. Forget, of course, because Shotgun are the highest man. But let me say that man don't change.
You know why Shotgun changed? Shotgun changed because he wanted to change. If you accept change, you will change. Danny doesn't want to.
No,
he said,
no.
Come on, Danny told me, he's my friend. He told me, bro, that's the way I'm wired. Let people take it or they leave it.
Wait now, Shotgun they can't crack the load and shoot smarter. No, confirm.
Can't compare Shotgun's celebrate his fame with that of Danny Free.
And another thing too, when you give him that amount
Shotgun has never called anybody.
If you give him that amount of fame, I think he'll be worse. I personally think that it's going to be worse. You know what? Let's calm down a little bit, all right? We always have surprises for you people.
I thought Danny was on the show now.
We always have surprises for you people, right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Is she here? Is our surprise here?
Yes, I don't know.
She's here?
She's downstairs.
Bring her a surprise. Omo, whenever I worry place, that Shotgun for real though. Like that's the most disrespectful person. Secondly, listen, you would have made him, even if he repented, and you could have made him a sister. No, they put that in public. That is a joke. Then nothing else feels serious. Even if they said they was going to kill somebody or somebody kill somebody, I think the bigger joke is that communicate. It lost credibility.
Oh, because of Shotgun.
Of course.
No, Shotgun is a reformed guy, man.
That's what you people know. That's what you people know. That's what you people know. We don't know that. The last thing we heard about him is not this disrespectful everything. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know, this was a week of dropping dope hits. It's a week of celebrating music, definitely. And everybody who has been quarantined has been indoor, cooking it up in the pot. And then, you know, all of a sudden, things are popping out of everywhere. You understand? People got strings attached to them right now. They're looking hot. Bad girl things. There's only one artist that I've always been looking forward to every time that she has a new release, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And she is our surprise here today. Please give it up for a one and only Events Music. Mine! Oh my God, I was thinking this. Somebody should bring her over. They said that she was in the building already, and unfortunately we are announcing her. Oh, that Tatabasi has to make Atalaku.
Tell you.
Make Atalaku sote, bam bam bam, open door, mine no day. My team deserves a whooping, you know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, every time she drops music, I'm always looking forward to it. Very talented, and she's really great. I don't do Atalaku, she do something.
That's a small thing.
Welcome to the show. How you doing? Welcome, you're our surprise for the day. Wow. I hope you brought that video.
Yeah.
So can we see it?
Kind of. You're gonna hate me.
Why? They say you cannot show us.
I can show you guys that.
But what?
It so happened that I left it in the house.
So how are you gonna show us if you left it in the house?
I wanna give you like a Google Drive.
You wanna give us no problem?
I'll give you a Google Drive then.
Give us anything with that right there. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for me. Name is in the building right there. Oh boy, the comic, you know, right?
Who is taking? Of course. Who don't know about the comic?
I beg you, come and handle
Man,
this
say
thing, my
you
friend.
come.
See my team. They don't tell you so many people that can't outbreak, they can't last.
take.
They say take music now.
Man,
Say
send
send
a
it to you,
WhatsApp
send it
on the
Yes,
link so that
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Right.
Pay a number.
Mire, can somebody handle while we're doing the interview?
Can
We're
somebody-
live on here.
Yeah. He's he
Okay.
Candy now.
Andy, please help us out with that.
Candy, add it for WhatsApp there.
Mire, first of all, what's
Check
going on, man?
that
What's Marionette?
Bon, Marionette is my new single.
Right,
It's coming out tomorrow.
right.
Marionette is like a girl telling a guy that you cannot play me like a puppet anymore.
Right.
Because lately it's like that's what you guys do.
Well, man, I don't
You
talk to
want-
me, man. I ain't part of that.
You
I
want to
know nothing
control
about that.
everything.
I don't stop
I know
people.
nothing about that.
I don't stop people.
I know nothing
Oh.
about that. And plus, you dropped it at a very interesting time when that's what's popping everywhere. That's what's on social media. Everybody's talking about
Yeah.
the situation. What's your view on that?
Actually, I did not plan it like this.
I know.
Normally, it was supposed to drop way before Corona and
Right.
everything. But we're waiting for like the right time. But
Right.
each time there's always like a
Something.
new drama.
Right.
And I'd already scheduled to drop this thing before the whole stabbing story online. So it just so happened that the thing kind of ties. It's like a
Right. I think it's a
coincidence,
spiritual thing, right?
something
You
like
have,
that.
yeah. I mean, I think it comes at the right time because that's about the kind of
Yeah.
message that you need to be giving out to all these guys. Congratulations, and tell us a little bit about the video. There's a lot of arts going on in that
Oh my
video.
gosh, I
You know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
video myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of arts going on in it. It's some bad thing. I think it represents you perfectly, right? Tell us a little bit about that
Yeah.
video.
The video is very creative. I and Ken, we actually did. I think that we did a very good job.
All right.
Yeah, the video, it starts with like, I don't want to say too much, but
Yeah.
the video is me. There's two of me in the video.
Okay.
One of me is telling the other me that you cannot let a guy do you like that.
So there's a vulnerable you,
There's
and
a
then
vulnerable
there's
me, and then there's another me motivating me.
Right.
So it's that's the story, and I think that the story was well sold in the
In the
music
movie,
video.
right.
That's the whole point of it.
Right.
But we of course try to make something that's out of the norm,
Right.
something that is very unique,
Right.
and something that is very mine.
Right.
Exactly.
Man, absolutely. I think that's what I must say that. How much in the creative process are you involved in that video?
I would say about 70%.
About 70%, right?
Yeah, because most of the ideas were like, I like the way King does things. He
Yeah.
like asks you, how do you see this video?
Right.
So he like really wanted me
He wants
involved
to
in
work
it. Yes,
with your.
he wants to work with what I
yours,
have in my
yeah, right,
mind
and bring it out the
and
best
bring
way.
it out. And I like working with him too because it's like we just flow.
Right.
Before I even say something, he just.
You guys have the
I
same.
knew what you're trying to.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how it went.
Because a lot of people have been talking about Riss, and he's been talked about very highly online and criticized, especially for the latest video. Do you think your video? I think your video dropping today is telling a different story. What do you think about that?
To be honest, I haven't really watched the other video that was saying that it's how.
Right.
Yeah.
But you heard the comments. I mean,
But,
were you on?
yeah, I heard. I don't doubt King
Right.
in any way. You
Right.
get? It's not all the time that maybe you have to always be 100. There's always like a slip moment,
Right.
but that's just a moment.
Right.
And people should not just pinpoint on that particular one time
Right.
and try to discredit somebody. That's
Right.
wrong.
Right.
Yeah, so King all the way.
King all the way. Let's make
King
some
all the
noise,
way.
man.
Yeah.
One time for that, man. Because I think anybody who had different thoughts or feelings or doubts about it, anybody who had it. Are we ready? Okay. So people are not hearing the live. Which live?
Facebook.
On our Facebook. Well, don't worry. You're gonna hear our live. Don't worry. Okay. You're gonna get a live. Let's say thank you. We're having shout outs from you right here.
No.
Okay.
Saying about the man.
Okay, I think the mic I hope the mic is okay right now for our live on Facebook. Ben is treating you really nice. This just came out now. You had really worked on it. You have some. So what's the plan right now with Marionette?
So, yeah.
Before then, sorry, we're going to the creativity in the video, right? I want you to tell us about all of that. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot of
There's a lot
you,
of
and then
marionettes.
and then there is the. I'm still looking forward to seeing it because all I've seen is the teaser for the
There's
video.
a lot
but-
of acting, and I
Yeah.
think my acting is kind of awkward. Let me just let people be the judge of that. I'm not a very good actress, but I try in the video I tried.
Right.
So I want people to appreciate, like, see the intention, see the message, see the direction, and focus on that.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, it's quite good.
And you have fun doing it, like
I
that's
had
like,
fun.
that's definitely what I
Yeah.
see. And so all that outfit and everything, who did that? Like
Breeze Stylist did the most with the vixens.
what did
yeah?
you right,
Yeah.
right,
And my costume, I think I'm an angel in one part.
right.
That was my idea. I think when I came on set with the costumes, when Ken didn't actually see the costumes before I actually
Yeah.
So when we came on set, each time we go and change, and King's like, okay,
Okay.
so this is what you guys want to wear?
All right.
All right, let me fix this,
Let's
fix
fix
this.
this. Yeah. Let it go with the outfit
Let it
now.
go with the outfit.
Right.
And he always likes when an artist actually comes in a way that he can also valorize it.
Right.
And I always put the most, like, my energy in the styling, the looks. But before me, there was Briss.
Right.
Because some of my outfits, when I bring my outfits, Briss will look at it like, let me add this, let
Pimp
me
it
remove
up a
this,
little
let me
bit,
pimp
spice
it up
it
a little
up.
bit. Yeah, so
Right.
he held that video down.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. This is great. Another thing too that I wanted to say about this video is the music. Let's talk about that for a second, because like you come through with a different vibes every time. What's up with this vibe though? Because this vibe is crazy. Like it sounds like it's like dancehall, it's like Afro. It's crazy, but it still stays Mine. Tell us about that.
As long as you get the vibe.
No,
as
that
long
vibe
as
is
it's
banging.
music,
It's banging.
I'm with it.
Right.
And I know that I've been switching up my, a little bit from
Right.
Founding Me to this
Right.
and that, but my base is that I rap,
Right.
and I'm very flexible
Right.
on whatever track you put me on,
Right.
and whatever track I feel. Because some people, when you ask me that what's your favorite genre of music, I'm like, you guys, sometimes I like Makosa,
Right.
sometimes I like dancehall, sometimes,
Right.
and I'm just lost in the music. Where I'm
Right.
just
So you're a
tasting.
blend of all those
I'm a blend of everything.
sounds that you
Yeah.
got in the back of your
Yeah.
head. Who
I don't-
produced this song?
This song is produced by the incredible
Right.
Phil Bill.
All right. Let's get some noise for that. Woo! Wow. All right.
Phil
Phil Bill's
Bill.
got it going on for sure. Shout out to Phil Bill, man. Phil
Yeah.
Bill's got it going on for sure.
I have a very
Right.
difficult voice to work with.
Right.
That one. If this song came out to be what it is, that is all Phil Bill.
Right.
And he's coaching in the studio and everything. And I'm still working on my singing. So
Right. So how's that going?
kind of, well, quite good. Quite
You're doing
good.
good
Listenable.
though. Yeah. He's like listenable. You think you're gonna be doing a lot more of it?
Singing, it's difficult for me. I will
Right.
not lie.
You feel a lot more
I
comfortable
feel a lot
rapping.
more comfortable just speaking,
Just speaking.
just rapping.
Oh, you
and
probably get a
speaking.
job over here.
Yeah.
If you
So-
feel comfortable speaking.
I don't know about singing, but I'm gonna keep. Each time that I do a song, you always hear me rapping it because I don't want to lose that part of me because I'm
Right.
trying to be commercial or whatever.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But
so-
that's what you're gonna stay focused. So we're gonna get a lot more. But you were rapping in this too. Though.
Yeah,
All right.
alright.
And you have that thing that your tongue and then
That
your
Mine.
slang,
Yeah.
that Mine thing. You understand what I'm saying? And the message, you've always been fighting for these girls, and you
Yeah.
keep standing for these girls, and that's what your brand represents. I
Yeah.
want to definitely commend you on that.
Always about girl power.
Always about the girl
Yeah.
power, right? That's what's up. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Mine. She's our surprise guest in the building today. Do we have the video? Okay, if we don't have the video, unfortunately, we don't have the video. We're running out of time. It was a promise. Don't worry, Mine, you pass over there and pay the fine. But yeah, you just pay the fine at the door.
I'm
No
so
problem.
sorry.
No problem. Definitely, everybody can go check it out because it drops tomorrow officially on YouTube. All right, and as soon as it drops, we're gonna get the link on our page. Definitely. Okay. As long as you promise us that you would pass on our page and then share it and then say sorry to all our
Always.
people that is waiting to see it. Probably the first page you should share it on Facebook should be on our page. Otherwise, can we get a deal on that? Right now we got bargaining power.
Nabstar was with the deal.
We got bargaining power right now. They just you know what I'm saying? We got bargaining power right now, so I guess you can do that. Huh? Nabstar. Yeah, we can do that. We got bargaining power. So thank you very much, Mine.
Thank you,
If you
Nabil.
please do not go anywhere. If you mind, you can always sit down here with us. We have a little bit more time. We just have 20 minutes for the end of the show. She's crying on the show that she wants to go. She's like,
I didn't cry.
yeah. So
Nobody heard
just give
that.
us 5 minutes, right? Video is coming, right? Don't go anywhere. Please, let's have a
Okay,
seat.
I'm
Mine,
putting
please.
it right here.
Hey, put Mine down. Have a seat right here by us, please. So much come. Thank you. Help her up too. Go sit down by our people right there. Thank you very much. Oh boy. See, we have very limited time to do this, all right? But we're gonna be calling. We can have a seat now and everyone. Now we back this. Mine.
Yeah, back work. I come up about.
Check out first.
Come on, kill.
Okay, me.
Put back my chair.
Yeah, grab your chair. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please, without wasting any more time, let's call up on our next guest. He's one of the most interesting people up here on the internet. And please, if you have tissue, pull it out because you might need to give it to him. He's going to start crying from now until he goes on. 237 Town Crier. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Danny Green. Let's make some noise. Baba, they pack you. Baba, they pack you. Baba, they sack you from CAMCOMIC. Eh, Baba? Baba, they do pack you, the man. How they do pack you now, Baba?
I don't want to cry. I beg. I don't want.
Baba, they pack you, the man. Baby, you so.
I will give me sack later.
Sack letter.
They sack me for group. They sack me for what?
That's one of our friends. Can't you know? Can't you? I'm gonna clap for you. Clap for you. I'm gonna clap for you. Baba, you can't you know? Can't you know? No way, no way. Energy gang, energy gang. Energy gang, the building right to have me tonight. Encourage you, encourage you. Baba, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Baba.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yo.
Baba, they say that you are unrepairable. Me, I say they can fix shotgun, they can fix you. What do you think?
Thank you.
Nabstar juice, drink and no cry, yeah?
My dear. You know what to do.
Refill.
Help me with my phone, please.
Yeah, it's not your phone, you wanna help
It's
you
on
with your phone.
charge, yes.
Your phone's on charge. Okay, might be your phone. Okay. Bro, welcome to the show, man. Tell us what's going on, bro. We've been here, we've been talking to Oboy the comic, of course, who you, of course, know very well. He's the PR for CAMCOMIC. And you came up there. By the way, this is one question that we didn't ask you. They said that you said in your reply that you was never even part of the group somehow, or you know what I'm saying? And then break it down to us now, because one thing we definitely wanted to do was to have everybody over here, for everybody to get this picture really clearly, because I believe that if you guys are doing what you're doing legally and in a big way, and he's doing what he is doing, we can always be able to get to work together. It's always like that. So, bro, let's start with you, man.
First of all, I want to say, Nabstar, thank you very much for having me, bro.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
And then, second of all, I'm going to go straight and say thanks to my fans and supporters out there in the diaspora across the world. Thank you very much for the love and support. And for every problem, it comes, you know, when difficult times comes, it's just a moment for you to learn.
Right.
Great men are made from difficult times.
Right.
Okay, to clarify the point that I was never a member of CAMCOMIC.
Right.
He's my senior colleague.
Right.
He mentioned here earlier that I came to him to join CAMCOMIC.
Right.
You get that right?
Right.
I want you to help me.
Oh, he pulled out a screenshot. He goes, Soldier Boy
Help
up in
me
here.
read this message, please,
Who can
to
want?
the public.
Good move. Why not also join the English Comedian Association, CAMCOMIC? It could help out too in your quest. I am a musician, but since I do beatboxing, it's like comic gigs, so I belong there. Senior Pastor, Sparko, Oboy, CY, O Pancho, and a lot more are in there. This is from General Toxic.
The date, please.
2nd February 2020. Yeah, we do only facts, Baba.
Thank you.
Only facts.
See,
Facts only.
let me.
Facts
That
only.
was
Begging that.
That was February, right?
No, not be begging.
Is that somebody begging
Wait,
for somebody to belong
that
to
was-
a
It
group?
was a suggestion.
Let's start.
It was a suggestion.
That was
they
February.
gave, right.
That was February this year, right?
Right.
Okay.
But when he told you that, what did you think?
I refused. I
Where's
said
the,
no.
Where's the text that says no?
Wait.
That one he not show you.
Wait.
Where's the text that says
wait.
no? On the VN.
It's okay. Wait. I'm gonna show
But why did you
everything.
refuse in the first place? At first.
Okay. This is when.
26th of February.
What
Boy,
happened?
how far? That registration and how early they are back.
Yeah, now.
Make we do it now.
Are you getting?
But then you said yes. Now let us do it.
That was after the second time that he came.
The second time he came,
he said that
yeah.
Are they your bag means he has been calling me on phone like are they your bag?
They are back.
So how come he's saying that I came to them begging them to join?
That's the issue. Where's the begging? That's
No,
my
but they-
problem.
No, he's saying them my bag.
If they are back doesn't mean somebody's begging you, bro.
Really?
Come on. Where's
Are
the
they your bag
begging?
means you must do it.
You must join.
Nah.
Is the English difficult for you to understand?
Okay, but why did you not want to
Okay.
join in the first place?
Okay, first of all,
Before they carry your back.
people who know me know very well that I'm an unstoppable person. If I put my mind something, I do it. I get it done. That's how I was built. That's how I was made. I was made brutal. I was made that when I focus on doing something. That's why I was able to brush through medical school and still had my career intact.
Right.
So when they came to me, I said, no, I know how Cameroonian things are.
Right.
They make groups and then there's a left wing, right wing, up wing, and things here don't work away. They work in groups.
Right.
Now what is
You understand? No. Let me.
day is
let me
plural,
speak.
bro. Toxic gets to you, call it day.
Let me.
That's the colleague suggesting
No,
that
he's
go
talking
belong
about
somewhere.
he's talking about a general situation about groups. Wait first, don't worry, we'll get. I have to be Judge Good. Matty's up in here. I'm gonna have to moderate
So-
this. Let's go, Baba.
I already know
Yeah.
how Cameroonian things work out.
Right.
So I knew the end of it. I said,
Right.
please, I'm not interested. He persuaded, he called me that I should join. I was added in a group without my consent. Again, I was surprised. I came one evening, I saw messages from CAMCOMIC. I'm like, what's happening here? I asked him. He said I should just be there, that I might pay my registration fee after. That's how I was in the group. Okay, since I was in the group, asked him where did I register my name. They don't even know my name. He meant that I gave.
You don't know your name.
They don't know my name.
You know my full name.
You don't know my full name. Be send me your group. Okay. When I sent money to them, he came to me in my inbox and said that they are giving money for burial. I sent the money. He still came and asked me again 2 days after that, where is the money?
Then
I
you
said,
screenshot.
so you did not see my name to know that this is the name of a member.
Then
Now
that's why
I
you
sent them a
screenshot.
screenshot. It became a problem. They started shouting that I'm rude. I'm sending money that I want to show people that I have money in my momo.
Do you understand that maybe there was a miscommunication?
Are you getting it?
In that.
No,
in
they
that
didn't know. Okay.
There was probably a miscommunication in that situation where you guys thought that he was trying to. Now which one is?
I want to say this. I want to send you a VM where somebody is asking me, bro, how far with contributions now? See, we're not.
Yes,
Hold on.
because he have asked me about contributions.
Can I?
No. I'm not done. I'm not done.
No worry, we'll finish. We'll come to you.
I'm not done. I've been listening to you talking since. And then he said,
So if you hear this, all the talk.
he said I insulted them in a group. Okay, when I came in the group, first thing his colleague said that cry no be talent. That boy copied that thing, I copy him. That I copied crying from people. Baba, will you let somebody downgrade your talent like that? If somebody say, okay, you have copied Nabstar radio, this is not even your expression. You can't come on this my legacy. You speak on it. And then again, you are my grandfather. I was supposed to say no, Perive, come here. And then you're instead trying to suppress me. You're trying to rob me of my glory. And then look at the voice note, someone who calls himself a patron, he sent it to me. Call himself Mama Mbumbu. Where? You hear him? That's someone who calls himself a patron of an organization. Insulting my mother, the Mama Mbumbu, inside a group, and they did not remove him. But they come and expel me.
That's that group.
That's the group that is inside the group. I met him in Boga and said, Baba, you are here hearing how your patron, that person that organizing your group, is insulting me that Mama Mbumbu. None of you said anything. I went to Sparkle. I went to fight for them. Say, bro, you are there. This man is insulting Mama Mbumbu. What kind of respect an elder brother insulting a younger brother that Mama Mbumbu in a group where they said they have discipline, and nobody said anything. All of them, I embossed him. He didn't say anything. I embossed the rest of them. Nobody. They kept quiet. The man even threatened that he's going to kill me, that he will send dogs to disappear me. I embossed them. Nobody said anything. Okay, Baba. If we are in a group and somebody threatens my life that he's going to lose my life, I embossed the rest of the people in the group and tell them that look at what's happening. They did not say anything. What do? I rushed to my fans. Since you don't want to say no, see why you are turning this boy's life and insult his mother. Please, this is not correct. I'm like, I'm vulnerable.
But he threatened your life.
He threatened my life
in the group.
In the group that he would.
Are you aware of
that he will send people to beat me.
You're not aware of that.
Not aware.
Papa God.
He's not
I'm not aware. I'm sorry, I'm not aware.
The voice note is there.
He's not aware of it.
It was in the group.
Can I get to talk finally?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Mr.
No,
Moderator.
Because
I'll get you to you next.
because he said I went to social media to post that.
No, because he's replying to
I'm
the
trying to
allegations.
I'm trying to explain my situation.
Right.
So I was vulnerable. Since the grand friends in the group could not stop someone who threatened to beat me and send people to kill me,
Right.
I had no choice but to tell my fans that, look, oh, if I die tomorrow, it might be the cause of a comedian. I did not say Anglophone, I said comedian.
Then they say you went and brought a screenshot of somebody who died 4 years ago and you brought it again.
See, and then somebody commented that I should be careful that this is how they killed Shoko the legend. It was just like fun, waving off, laughing
That's
about
what
it.
I was asking.
Because
Like,
I knew that you cannot kill me. How can you kill me? This is Douala. You can't kill me. They don't kill vision bearers. I'm a vision bearer. You cannot kill me. I know very well that nobody can kill me because I have not completed my vision on earth. So I was just joking, we even laughing. There was even laughter emoji all over.
Right. On that's on the.
Now, okay, you as an organizational that put me in your group without a communique. Why did you stop a communique? Why when you remove me? Why don't you just remove from my group and say, okay, Oga, bye bye. Now you went and tried to tarnish my image and to make people turn against me. You have said, okay, bro. In that case, go. You don't want you anymore because first of all, I've never attended any of the meeting. I don't even know most of the members. I've never met. Only
That's
him.
what they said that you don't attend meetings.
Am I a member?
But that's what they said. That's why you are no more a member because you don't attend meetings. That's
Why
what
didn't they just remove me quietly? Was there a need for a communique? If I didn't enter
If you're in the group, I don't like the group. Out yourself.
no.
No, but
leave.
You're going to respond to that question.
Leave the
He's
group.
asking questions. Oh, I got all the questions. We'll answer.
And you register and you say you're not a member. How?
Why?
Oh, you're going to ask me for the receipt. I'll tell you I don't have a receipt too.
Because
It's an
I'm persuaded.
association.
For an
Come
association,
on, guy.
everybody who
Master,
belongs to
can we
Energy
just grow
Gang.
up?
Energy has a brand and an association. With anybody belonging here has a card as a member, and you register and you receive a card as a member of the association.
We are going to learn from your progress.
Yes,
we
yeah.
should.
My
Let's
point
make
is
some
this:
nice
We are going to learn from your progress.
We should. We always have to
Henceforth,
keep learning
henceforth.
all the time. We keep learning all the time.
My
It's very
system is also
important
registered.
because that makes it legal. Like you guys
Yes.
are a legal place, but you need something
Yeah.
official to show that he is a member, and that's a very good
and
point.
you are very active. It means you're devoted. Now you can be proud and say, no, I'm a member of Energy Gang. You show your card.
Right.
They will respect you. But how do I've never told any of my friends that I belong to CAMCOMIC or I'm a member of your group. I've never. Now, how do you bring me public without you having any professionalism?
Now I understand why I've been crying the whole time. When I don't see
Oh!
any boy,
Oh!
I bet master. I bet
Comment vous aussi insulter Momo ça m'a Comment vous faites comme ça?
Anyway,
C'est normal.
I help and tell me.
I already apologize. Okay,
Yes,
because I know
you
that.
came up and apologized.
Yes, I already apologized because I didn't want to go into. A lot of people have come to me for interviews.
Right.
I refused, but
Me too,
because
I
of the
refuse.
respect I have
I've
for
been-
you,
I've been
because
refused a lot of
you are-
interviews.
You are back, understand?
Because the truth about
Yes.
it is like this
People
year,
want to hide behind it. And
you know the truth about it. This year is this what people want to carry up and go on because it's been going back and forth. And you guys comedians, the first thing about it is that it's getting serious to a certain level, and I've always taken it to be a joke. So I want us to first of all understand that there is really, like I keep saying, there's really no beef in this industry. Really, you know, people have misunderstandings. I come from the streets, you know what beef is exactly. But we are saying things that we have to clarify with you, and we are saying things we have to clarify with him. But real quick, right? There are a few allegations that you wanted to probably respond to real quick.
thank you.
In the direction of progress.
You know, first things first, he's a brother that I respect a lot. He knows. As
But now, even though, sorry, can I first start with
Yeah.
why is it that when this man send you a message, say that because she, mommy, this you no respond?
I
Let's
mean,
start
bro, we
with
have
that.
been in the group where I fight. I'm practically a lawyer and they hate me for that.
Is that true?
Come on.
I don't know.
That's because you don't follow up. You just come and pick up where the insults came. Ask any member in CAMCOMIC, they will tell you this guy is still here because of you, oh boy. They blame it on me.
Because that's what he said.
Exactly. They blame it on me. For instance, when I told the guys that, wait, when I met, we spoke the very last time before he came to the group. I remember telling you that, bro, I don't like the energy in the group. Each time I bring up your emoji, everybody gets furious. What did you do? You send me a VN apologizing to the group, which is a good move.
You asked me to send you a vision.
Bro, are you a kid? Come on!
Kid, how? I'm expecting you. You come and meet me and say,
So-
send
that
me money.
apology-
Seriously, bro?
No.
Yeah, apology
So,
don't stand for
if you
that.
don't want to send an apology,
I mean that was
don't.
before.
Yeah, the apology
He's
was.
talking about before.
Yeah, that's
Can I
what
get
he
to
was-
talk? Can I
I
get to
don't
talk
do it second
before
time.
my
Not
brother
this-
responds?
not now.
Can I-
Okay, wait first.
Okay.
We'll get to continue.
He sends the VN where he apologizes to the group and to Opancho in particular because that is where the steam started.
Right.
And I remember, and I'm very honest about it, you told me you're not sending this apology because you want to be part of the group.
Thank you.
You understand?
Well,
you are sending this.
This is the truth. One to not. One to not. Come on.
And I forwarded the apology to the group, and everybody was like, wow, this is a good move.
Right.
And somebody even said the shotgun learn to. Now, to be honest, I don't know when Dan Evin was added to the group because I'm not admin. You understand? I got up one evening and there's team in the forum, and I noticed that Gandhi is there. And by the way, let me make you listen to VN. That's when I knew that he's now part of the group. This is what Danny Green sends to me.
Yes.
They say they contribute money for work. Well, I didn't really follow up, understand, and I don't try to follow up, and you understand. They say they contribute money for who, and I beg me. I beg just seems to just plan.
And my response was,
okay, Baba, good morning, Master. Morning. The best way if you really update you find that toxic for some weeks now, not the feel fine. You never still want to move my tooth. So they think they give me a lot of go slow and
so the response was like, go to toxic
because he's foreign. Let me tell you how much I love this guy. Yeah. I'm always coming to him.
That's the most important.
I'm a social worker.
Yeah, because I know
no, you're a doctor. I'm a social worker.
We can forget about the internet.
You're a doctor in the medical field, right? I'm a doctor in the social. This is me. I come to him and I told him. No, he first explained that, and I understand him very well. He said this.
I said, Baba, good evening. I know saying I don't do one or two things that will be wrong, but why sparkle the take to personal? So say I'm proud and the talks I don't do so my achievement. When you see why young girls where they come for group talk how they don't give industry money, help people them. No money complain, but when I talk about it becomes a problem. I don't understand. So personally be proud of he also I know they understand the meaning of say be proud of it. I don't understand, I beg you. Me, I know what I do for keep bloggers talking to keep my name going. I know this is not something I did me. I never ever change as I did since.
Okay, my response was, bro, the issue is that but the issue is that you take it to the public that you are the only comic who has put the industry on the map. It's buzz, but it's buzz. It is a kind of buzz that sounds like you are downplaying others. No. And it's what I told you. What I told you. I'm reading what I said to you.
But even though you disagree with it, which I probably
you disagree, and I sent to you, and I said something like me. I've been by God's grace in the lane long enough, in the industry long enough, to learn that humility is the magic spice for a successful comedian, and for this sector in general. It is to tell you that I'm hated in the forum for always telling guys that, guys, we are not all wired the same. You understand? And that's why when like two lawyers called me who know you and they know me, they're like, guy, this one also difficult call. I'm like, yeah, but even King Lloyd, who is a good friend, who used to be a good friend to me, we had a clash, and I just put on my back. You understand?
I was supposed to take you to court.
Exactly.
I was supposed to.
Wait,
because you did not remove a communique that entered your group.
So it was like defamation of character.
Period. They were supposed to pay. But my father refused. He said, if I hear that you are going to court with people, you are done. He said, go and do your own communique and just deny it and leave it at that level. Because you cannot put me in your group without a communique and then expel me with a communique. That's defamation of character.
Me, I said to that though. He said, I feel say when I'm now on a plan for make a made man blow. So when I know stop it,
it was serious thing. Serious. Big people like this doing the communique.
Come on, you call me a murderer. You want me to take a murderer as a joke?
Did I mention your name?
You didn't mention that. Okay, you call Chop a killer.
Really?
You call Ni Alene a killer. If you say comedians,
Ni is not your group.
Écoute cousin,
je passe sur les réseaux sociaux,
n'est-ce pas? J'ai dit qu'un comédien veut me tuer. Ça veut dire que tu veux le tuer, non? Moi je défends toute une industrie et je dis non, c'est inadmissible. It can't be a joke.
No.
It can't be a joke.
Ni is not a part of your group, easy. Chop is part of your group. No.
Okay.
Why calling them here?
What I'm trying to say that listen. When you say a comedian wants to kill you, I am saying that you didn't call a name. It's even worse. You are saying that the entire comedy community in Cameroon wants to kill you. That's what somebody's going to think. Am I stupid at all?
Why did the English side react? Why did not Chop this people Musik? Why did not react? I'm following Musik and he's following me.
We defended the Anglophones. We brought it out. Okay, what you meant is
Anglophone mentality.
But my bro, forget it. You say a comedian wants to kill you. You mean okay? Needs an Anglophone. He wants to kill you.
Okay, bro.
We need a Paris and Anglophone. He wants to kill you. Oh, boy, is an Anglophone. He wants to kill you.
You call him and ask him that who wants to kill you, please. We are scared that he might die. You say expect that they should kill him now. Hi, Papa God.
Can I?
So if the one died, you expect
that
first of all, nobody wants to kill anybody. Let's get that straight.
Why didn't you call him just
it's a crazy allegation.
Nobody's trying to kill anybody.
Do you know why guys? You know why guys took this thing very close to your kidney? Simply because, bro, I don't know when you started. There's a lot of sweat that has gone down for this industry to be called not even industry, get into industry. And there are so many out there that we respect. One thing that most people who succeed in life, we are still struggling to succeed. When you get into something, look at those who have been there before. Check if your actions are giving them some lack of respect or you respect them. That is something that my brother lacks, you understand? And if people are not complaining in front of you, I am telling you, they have been complaining in the forum.
I'd like to say something,
Yeah.
please. I'd like to say something, Danny Green. I'd like to say something clearly. Do we think, right, that sometimes in this industry, the problem is, since we are most of us, this is like we are in the first stages of the industry, right? Most of us are pioneers in what we are doing, all right? Okay? Our first generations or the first 2 generations of what we're doing, right? We have a tendency to be like Camunyans, that we are like crabs. So when we are on our journey into the water, we have a tendency to hold people back. We have a tendency to, when you're in the front, not want to work hard to stay in the front, but want to make sure that you can lazy around and block people from coming.
And that's
from
what
behind
that's
you,
why a lot of people saw.
right now, I want to say one thing, right? That tendency comes from so many folds of generations. Now the question is, sometimes we are victims of these situations and still perpetrators of the same crime.
Yeah, it's true fact.
I want to bring your attention to something, because if you ask me straight, everybody knows I give my opinion clearly. Bro, I'm sorry, from everything I'm seeing that people are talking about, any man no get no problem. For me, that's my own opinion, or reflect on that opinion. But now let us come down to something. Being in the same position in which you are, 2 weeks ago, we had Josie Blinks. How do they call her again? Josie Blinks.
Josie Bling.
We had Josie Blinks in the house. Josie Blinks sounds almost the way you are towards him. So if I had to put him there, it would be 3 generations of molested. Where? Based on your wahala. Because you carry the peripheral guy, he talk, wait, I say, yo, big man. John Skid. That's what I'm saying. John Skid. Now John Skid, I thought, he got a yo big man level. He say hit you up with yo big man. So you promise him whooping, beating, belts, moving, all kinds of things. So the peripheral explained the story, say, so now whether he come on now go make female profile. You dey chat the female in guy, you chat the female in guy, you chat the female in guy. You don't know say that guy. You don't know say that. Then arrange and say, he put you now on video. On them, you want to see your face. Say, oh, big man. So then you promise he say you'll catch you, knock him, you'll beat him, you'll do kind of thing. But don't you think that it is the same, or do you know what I'm saying? Like the same feeling you get in here, you are shining, and you feel like these people have done what they had to do. They don't want you to also be someone who's helping people, or to also attain another level, which I think is a natural but selfish thing that we can. If every human being might have that instinct, but we need to fight it. How are you making sure you're not doing that to the next generation? That's my question now for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can understand how it's not easy. You understand what I'm saying? Because nobody really is perfect.
Okay, compare your big man to calling somebody a murderer. I mean, bro.
No. But forget that point.
I can't forget that point.
Because you don't have any proof. If you go to court and say that I said a commander will kill me, you don't have any case.
Alright, sir.
Your name was not there. I said, how many comedians are in Cameroon? I did not say Anglophone, I said Cameroonian comedian.
Okay.
Yes, I did not mention Anglophone comedian. So he said broad and
plus, I think he said that he was threatened. His life was threatened on the group,
and he was
so that's why he actually mentioned.
This
so
this is the
as a father,
this is the same guy who insults people's mothers, bumbus.
Who?
In this, you, bro.
Me, never.
In the same forum.
Never. God forbid.
Okay, so wait.
Over my dead body. I've never anybody have a mami bumbu.
Bro, you call God.
God forbid. I swear, I think my shoe. I've never gone to that level because I know how it hurt me. Do you know how it pained me that they call my
somebody asked if colleagues are watching. You call God.
Nobody. I mean, anybody that I've ever insulted my bumbu anywhere.
Bro, okay. See why I just got off from a blue moon and insulted you.
Yes.
The first insult you gave this elder brother was your pima.
No,
bro.
Jesus.
Yeah, call Jesus. I'm calling the same Jesus and reminding you.
God.
I'm calling the same Jesus to tell you that
what I told him that made him to angry. I told him that he is old. His time has passed. He got angry. It's even in the voice note. He said it. How can he tell me that my time has passed? That's what I told him. That got him angry.
You know, say the matter must stand out today, no?
It started when?
This was the first time you were added to the group. Remember the very first time you got to the group, and we were doing playing the show to Bamenda, that is when you got the group very angry. You insulted everybody from the hair of the crown of their head to their toe. Remember, bro.
No. I did not insult anybody.
You did not.
I said I am the best. That's what I said. I did not insult anybody. You put take my arrogance.
I want to ask another question. What do you guys? Is it because he said a few things right that I'm thinking about? If he said he said he was the most educated comedian.
They get angry.
Are those part of the things that are offensive?
Personally, I don't care. You understand? I don't care if somebody says he's the best.
Right.
But any man can do the
Because
ginger.
everybody has
Any man can do the
to
ginger is swagger.
that if you feel it.
Any man can do the ginger is swagger.
I think if you're an
But
you should say.
now I'm not going to control the way it pins others. You understand? I'm not. You understand? I'm not sure people like Zachary Longmop or Willie de Paris are going to take this positively.
The question is it positively or seriously?
Baba,
because they joke to a certain
yes,
extent.
something here. That's why he's angry that I said those things. This is my fault. You hear my fault. You see, that's my problem. That I say if they call comedians to go to my meeting and they did not call me, it means there is no comedy. They get angry. Man, I'm happy myself.
No, does it make sense, bro? In a forum where you have the same colleagues, me here you have a show and I come and I tell you, my name is Oboy the artist. If I'm not in your show, the show is not going to happen. Let's face facts, bro. For once, my baby, for once I didn't know.
Your mommy Pima. I didn't say your mommy Pima.
Bro, you said it several times.
Don't lie with my name, bro.
I'm too old to lie now, bro.
You are lying.
No, I can't.
I was brought up in a godly way. I never used.
I was brought up in a satanic way. I guess. I am telling you what I believe. Did I say you're lying? No. And I'm telling you that it's not somebody's Pima.
No, you did not hear well. Please.
Okay, you said Pima. Sorry, maybe I'm not here fine. Yeah. But I was saying something, bro. I was saying something.
Is the music ready?
I was saying something. Now.
Yes, bro.
I respect people's craft.
Right.
He knows.
Right.
My only issue is I don't know why at some point elder brothers who are not comedians, those who have always followed us up, because for some reason the country is small, the sector is small, we have the same fan base.
Right.
People getting to me and telling me, "Bo, call your petit."
Right.
And I'm like, bro, I don't have a problem with him. Right. I've always called him to order as a brother. Right. And if he notices about me, he will do the same thing. Right. So if you guys make me start calling Danny Green, it's going to be a Danny Green or boy thingy. Right. You understand? The moral person of CAMCOMIC. Right. Let me tell you a little secret. When argument is going on,
secrets, talk to us, Baba.
When argument is going on in the main forum there, because we have membership, we have how do they call it? Executive.
Right.
They communicate the press release.
Right.
Is drafted. Bouncer boy is sleep. Right. It's an example. I get up to the communique. I communicate that 90% have approved.
Right.
Even if I was against it would be me, 10%. And that's how associations work.
Right.
The law of the majority. You understand?
Right.
And of course, I'm not trying to say, I was not part of it. I'm so part of it 100%.
Because you said it was a unanimous
decision.
Exactly. I asked you that.
Exactly. When they say unanimous
decision.
in every democratic setup,
right,
60% is for everybody.
Right.
Good. So now, I was saying that personally with Danny, I don't have an issue.
Right.
I even envy his craft in a positive way.
I know that you all envy his craft.
You understand? Because what he does is not what I do.
Absolutely.
We're doing two different things.
Right.
You understand? So I will not get up and take it on him personally.
Right.
You understand? Maybe if Danny Green had put a post on Facebook and said a certain CY wants him dead, I swear to God, we will not be here today. You understand? This was too generalized. That's why people took it personal. Maybe they didn't come to you. I know elder brothers in the industry were like, "Bo, we don't start kill today."
But then I think that
how
was
did the
important
communicate solve that problem? How did the communicate solve that problem?
That's a question I asked though.
How did
your post solve the problem? How do you calling somebody a murderer?
Who is the bigger person?
Oh, a small, grand, not big.
Okay, you react to my communique by explaining me how did he solve the problem?
Okay, we claim to be a family. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you say you were not part of it. We are in our home and we have a family issue.
Yeah.
Right.
And we believe that we have always settled issues here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like even the first time you left because of that argument, nobody took it to social media. You
right. understand?
Now you are back. You came back, whether you were added or you were begged or they cried in front of your door and you are part of it. If you didn't like it, you will have left, right? But now we are family. We are discussing something here. Insults are coming left and right. You just made mention Shotgun here. The guy, Shotgun has never brought a rant from the group to the social media. We're having an argument in less than 5 minutes. A colleague is online calling people murderers. Okay, how did you going on social media to put it out there solve the matter?
Because you did not respond to me. I told you that someone
in 30 minutes, bro.
You didn't respond.
Did you
I told Sparko, you did not respond. I spoke to all of you.
Somebody leaves. Somebody leaves
for you as an elder brother, right? What,
do you know
what would you have done?
I called an army in Yaoundé. I called Nema. He said I should calm down. because I don't have any choice. You left me with no choice. You can't treat me like I want to call me.
What do you think that you should have done when he tried to shoot you guys up and nobody?
Okay, thank you. Answer.
Bro, Topi told you this thing. Topi told you something that, and I told him.
Topi didn't even answer me.
Hold on, bro.
Wait now, yeah.
He said, bro, you respect me now. You know it. Should you quiet?
Did I say quiet? Yes or no?
You sat quiet.
Okay.
What was the next thing? You left the group, right?
Who left the group?
After I left the group, you posted.
I didn't leave the group.
Oh, so when you posted on Facebook, you were seeing the group.
I was still inside the group because I wrote you that, bro.
For how you beat him now? Even if you know for how you beat him, because we're shocked. Like, okay, so stuff is still happening in the group, and you've taken it to the bigger platform, Facebook.
You haven't answered the question.
What's your question?
When a person threatened me, I spoke to you, spoke to 5 people
on the group that he talked with elder brothers.
They did not do anything.
What are you going to do? This is the irony. I see have our chat, right? I still don't have a chat of you PV me to tell me somebody's about to kill you and I'm sitting quiet. That's the funny thing.
Look, our last chat that very night.
The last chat is what you are telling me that why is it that Paco and the rest are taking it closer to the heart?
Network,
Did you respond?
I responded. Not be that the same text I don't read down for you.
Before the man come today, not first day if I go charge the phone. Because you know all evidence for you conversation.
No, but see, if you ask me, because you know what, if you ask me, the most important thing here is the way forward. But even
thank you, because that's what I want us to. That's the point. Thank you very much. Because that's the point I wanted us to get to right now.
Before the way forward,
that's the point I wanted us to get to.
My mother was insulted in that group. My mother, I'm doing all this what I'm doing like this. I'm stressing because I want to impress my mom. But she was insulted in that group. I didn't insult anybody's mother. You insulted my mother in the group. What did you do to the person that insulted my mother and Bumbo in your group? That's a serious crime against motherhood. And for a mature man, I see why internal. Almost more than 40 years to insult somebody mother that Yamami Bumbo, Yamami Pima.
But we all don't come from the same kind of quarter, and I'm not trying to say that CY was wrong or correct. Now fire is burning. Fire is
why is it not tolerated?
It was not tolerated. Everybody told CY you're going too far, bro. I've always defended you. I told CY leave this guy in peace.
He was not ousted from the group.
Person called Yamami Bumbo. They don't move me. They move me because I'm arrogant.
What remove you? You just said here when you did the post, you were seeing the group now, Baba. You didn't move in the group after you did the post.
You didn't put a comment in that. See why I've insulted somebody's mother and we don't like such thing in our group. So see why it's being sanctioned for so thing.
Do you know why? Because we're seeing the house cooking. A smart person.
My own was fast enough. Less than 6 hours. My own was fast. But see why we do almost 4 days.
Who was the first person to take this thing to the social web, bro? You
really?
Now you can't go to copy with the killer, they know. Okay, we're still talking about something in the group.
When I posted on Facebook that someone want to kill me, did anybody know about CAMCOMIC? No. Did anybody know I'm part of CAMCOMIC?
Actually, shout out to
so
you.
How to CAMCOMIC? Really?
At
that point, CAMCOMIC is invisible. You didn't supposed to come to shit because nobody knows you. You're supposed to sit quiet and remove me from the group. Why did I use my name and begin to do a publicity?
Sit quiet and remove from the group and let you call us murderers.
Why?
Bro, I don't know why people don't see this as a serious
now that I remove from the group. Can I stop calling murderer?
No, it's gonna be different. It is so gonna be different because at that point in time,
CAMCOMIC.
But no, the point is, sorry, excuse me. The point he's trying to make here is before you guys came up with your official letter, right? People were not aware of CAMCOMIC. So and his allegations against comedians were done before that. So it means that those allegations were not directed to you because
nobody knows you.
Most people were not aware of what CAMCOMIC was. So we only became aware of what it was or who the allegations were towards
after you guys. Thank you, brother. Sense will kill you, bro. Sense will kill you. I don't lie.
Anyway, when the communique comes and to counteract his two posts where he alleges that we are murderers, comedians. The comedian wants to kill him. It is coming as a moral person, without saying that they have called Oboy a murderer, me a murderer, whoever a murderer. This CAMCOMIC is speaking for an association of comedians, not one particular person. That's why we came out. Our intention has never been to ever come out and make the world know that we exist. Please.
Okay.
And I was telling the guys in the group today, make the fact say.
I want to ask a question. What is our way forward? Because what I want to say is there's one thing you guys have to understand. He's a comedian that a lot of people love. A lot of us are following.
Yeah.
A lot of us who love to follow. You understand what I'm saying? And you guys are an official thing. Merci beaucoup. If I tell you t-shirts. So he's a comedian that everybody loves. Everybody loves to follow. You understand what I'm saying? And then you guys are also there, been in the game. You have people who have been around for long, like CY. Much respect and love to him and everything he's been doing. What is the way forward? You guys want to keep this as a beef?
No, we cannot keep this as a beef.
So what is the problem? Because there's no beef. Like I said again, there's no beef. If you
I see no beef. Personally, I see no beef. I see no beef and I understand him.
Right.
But he really has to understand us.
Yes.
You really have to understand.
What do you want him to understand?
I want him to understand that tomorrow,
yes,
the same people were defending. Your time will come, we'll have to defend you as a moral person. Bro, you cannot grow in this whole thing as an entity. It's super difficult
Very
and even
important.
impossible. If the communique came out, it didn't come to defend CY, it came to defend comedians. Don't go asking francophone or anglophone comedians because it's a crazy allegation. A lot of people think because you're a comic, all your life is comedy. No, there's a part of there's a part of you who's a doctor, true or false. There's a part of me who's a worker, true or false. Now, you want me to go to my office and my boss looks at me and she doesn't call me Ferdinand Fokker, she calls me oh boy. Come on, I want to be called oh boy at that point in time. Right. But now because we've got two lives, if you put a thing on Facebook, 2 ways are sin. It's serious, it's joking. Yeah. We are more on those people. Believing that because you call, but you know what it means for can't talk say all TV presenter them, now murderer them.
If you're not comedian talk, I know vex and comedian.
That is you, because and that's my problem in this same industry. At some point in time, people need to understand that yeah, they are comics, but the business part of it, the person who goes to negotiate this man's deal is not Danny Green. Danny Green is his product. You understand? There's a name behind. There's a name registered in the whatever bank account. I am Ferdinand Fokker, right? When you call me and you tell me, okay, what's the name of your Momo? What you receive is not oh boy that comic. You understand? That's the serious me. That's the business me. If people think I'm a boy that comic in, out, in the middle, and anywhere, that's a problem. Right. Oh, you're gonna see AY on the street like most Cameroonians will do. Boy, you be a boy that comic. No, make me laugh. Come on.
No,
people do that. That's an education people need to get
still,
out
the question
there.
I still want to ask,
the way forward.
Like the way forward. What do you think is the way forward?
I think I would love to hear from you.
You made an apology first of all, right?
The thing is this. I've sat before coming into the limelight. I took my time. Let me explain myself. I was going to the medical school for 7 years. I was going gradually, but I loved to do entertainment. Right. Everybody who knew me that time knew. So I was taking it gently from 2009. I was taking it gingerly. When it's time for me, I graduated on August 2019. That's when I became a professional comedian. Right. So I knew what I needed to do and how I needed to do it to break into the limelight. Right. That includes whatever balls on social media, whatever I saw any fan or whatever. Right. I was doing what I've drafted myself because I had nobody to help me. Right. I thought of my way to go. Right. I was doing it until I was able to break into the industry without spending so much money, but just hard work. Right. Now they came to me and said, bro, come and join us. From the said you already here. Okay, let's say you add me in your group, I've been together. I'm like, okay, these people I can learn 1 or 2 things from them because they are grand friends. But don't tell me that you have been there for too long. Tell me I've been underground doesn't mean that I was not there. Like now I might be shining, but there are other comedians who are struggling. So not to worry, I'll say you are a younger believer, you don't know how far we don't come. No. When you say that to a younger one, it demoralizes because they have been suffering also for that time.
So I think
that's why everybody.
Let me get to a point
where angry because you are just the opposite of what you are describing now. You down talk everybody. You make people seem like they didn't even exist before you come. That's the thing.
Do you think that
it's a defense mechanism?
It's a defense mechanism.
Do you think that there's a misassociation between being cocky and confident?
Yes.
Yes. So? Hold on a second, please. Let's call on Mine. Mine, please come and calm this thing down. Mine has to leave. Mine, please help us. Right? Mine, what's the deal? Right? We want to tell you thank you. We said come and stand there and be taking us picture. I beg. I want to tell you thank you very much for coming. Right? We've stolen 10 more minutes, but we don't want to worry you too much with this because you know you have a very busy, hectic day. You're on your promo. Your video drops tomorrow. Yeah. All right. So tell us the words before you go.
This industry, we need to build it. So all this fighting will not help in any way. So let's just focus. You guys should focus on making us laugh.
Right.
Yeah. So,
or cry.
Yeah, or cry. I don't have a best comedy. Oba has made me laugh for I cannot even count how many times it made me laugh.
Right.
It made me laugh. They still keep making me laugh,
Right.
and I think that is just what is important. And
Right.
also respect.
Respect. I think that was the key word.
Respect.
That's the key word. Let's make note of that. That's the key word.
So respect for your elders or the ones that are still to come.
Yeah. It's a two-way street.
Two-way street. That's just it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mine, thank you very much. We're waiting to see. Don't forget what you promised us. Cameras are our witness. Look at how many people have live. A lot. You understand? We have receipts. Mine is going to personally come and post her video tomorrow on our page the hour it comes out.
Yeah.
Let me so, Baba.
That's so.
Everybody make sure it happens, right? Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. Mine, all the best in that. We have a last round of this fight to go. We'll let people to go on it. You can listen. I know you have a long day. You can listen. Your back doesn't want to go since it's men on the chair. Now the mic is trying to have it. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure to have you. Get your shirt for you.
Bye. Oh boy.
Would you even get to take a selfie this year?
Yeah, it's a selfie life, eh?
I think why not get a number? This your size, right?
We're still live on the show. No, now you take number, Baba. Right, we can permit the selfie if there's a Nabstar background in it.
Wait, there's no background.
You can do that. So Mine is there, bro. Yeah. So no worries, you guys do that. All right. Thank you very much. Make some noise for Mine, ladies and gentlemen. Marionette out the video drops tomorrow. Y'all go check it out. It's on YouTube, bro. So when I send the way forward, I think there's some key words that have been made. First of all, respect.
Respect, yeah.
Respect is a very important aspect to it. I think respect is a two-way street. It's very important. It goes this way and it goes back that way. I've been talking about the music industry for a very long time. I've been telling people the legacy you actually leave depends on how the younger ones treat you and how you can be able to work with the younger ones. I've been able to work with over 3-4 generations of artists in my time, and I'm very proud of that. But it's been very linked wise and connected and synchronized because it's about respect. So no matter how young they are, no matter what it is, you have to give them the respect. I really think that we are leaving downfall driver towards Two-Face era, and so the Kids and the videos are still coming.
Yeah.
What is it going to be like in the future? It's a question we have to ask ourselves. And then while we are here, like you today at your prime, how you treat the next generation is going to reflect on the way people are going to treat you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's going to reflect on how you're going to treat them tomorrow when they are their prime and you are a legend.
Yeah.
And that's a very important aspect to it. We are all human. There's no wrong or bad. We just make the wrong choices sometimes and make the right choice sometimes. But we have to understand that the respect that we give is the same respect that's going to come.
True.
I think it's going to be a very hard awakening for the music industry when they get to a point where people will really be popping and then there will be legends to it. But I don't want you guys to get away from it. And like I say, you guys are comedians, all right?
Yeah, sure.
It's not really. I believe in so many things. Says I understand totally what you're saying. So many people do not believe in the group thing because sometimes the group thing is overrated sometimes and it goes out of context. I actually think, like you said today, there's so many things that you people could have can learn and adapt and make better as CAMCOMIC is concerned. Yeah. Suggestions you have gotten from the show. I really hope that a lot of people have been able to note it down, since I'm sure most of you guys note it down. But think about it, in 2 hours we'll be able to learn a lot. Yeah. So it means that we can do a lot more.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Learn a lot more and progress a lot more towards a positive direction as a group, more than just a Facebook group. Because I think that Facebook group thing is something, some people find a bit cliche, and sometimes it all depends on every other thing but what people are really there for, right? So do you have any closing words, any apologies or anything you want to say? Wait, because you dropped an apology, right? What was it about?
Like I said, I dropped an apology today, and it was very sincere. I slept last night, and this morning I came over like, okay, let me just stop this and find a way. I called a doctor friend. He graduated a year before me,
right?
So he's based on controlling people's emotions. Right. He gives you assignments on how to. I called him, spoke to him like, bro, this thing I think is me, but it's beginning to offend a lot of people. Right. So he says, bro, I like you like that. Just be you. You're a crazy person. I say, no, at least please help me. It's okay. I went to his office at Bonapriso. That's Cleaning Mona, Bonanjo. Who spoke, and then he told me some stuff I can do to calm
This guy
down.
had to say a psychiatrist come on the show. Make some noise. Yeah, doctor.
So after that, I made an apology, and I said, I am sorry. And in my apology, I said to my colleagues who are the comedians and the CAMCOMICs, I said, they are like my fathers, and a father does not kick his child to the public because the child is stubborn. It is never done. I've never seen it before. I have a child. I don't think that my son can ever be stubborn in a way that I can throw him to the dogs. I don't think so. I believe that children are born to be stubborn and shaky.
If
They
you
deserve
can,
so much
if you
love.
can take, like I keep saying again, if you guys can mend shotgun,
Yes.
you can mend this man.
Yeah, so I thought about it. I said,
I tell
no,
you.
no, no, no. I think it's time to
telling you, that's
just
the most
apologize
difficult
and
work.
let bygones bygones. I see them as my fathers, and
I'd like to get that. I'd like to get that. What do you think about that apology? Do you guys accept that apology sincerely? What do you think? I think it's sincere. I know. What do you guys think? Does it sound sincere?
Sincere.
It sounds sincere, right?
We
Right.
the moment he dropped the post, somebody brought it to the group,
Right.
and most of the members were like, the apology sounds more like to the fans. Like if Green really feels like he's sorry, he should address the apology to the group. Majority said that.
Okay, so without cutting any short, I think your apology was sincere. Do
Yeah.
you think it was
It's
sincere?
sincere.
You know,
It's sincere.
I think a sincere apology comes with humility.
Yeah.
This is a forum where I think most people on the group are watching. So if
So-
you want to address them to prove to them that your apology was sincere, this is the platform.
yeah.
Please go ahead.
I'm still gonna go straight ahead and say, if my apology wasn't enough for the CAMCOMIC group and my people I look up to, I'm gonna still go ahead and say that I am very sorry to the entire body of CAMCOMIC, because I'm apologizing right now for being who I am, but I promise that I'm gonna be a better person, because I know that I am not part of the group anymore. So my apology is going to them, that they're going to expect better. That they're going to see a better version of me.
version of you, right.
So in case we meet anywhere, I'm going to treat them with maximum respect
Respect and love.
and love.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Bon, avant de finir, mettons dans le groupe.
Il faut vouloir. il faut
I said,
vouloir
what do you
être
think? What do you think?
I think this is the kind of situation
yeah.
I don't want to really ever find myself in.
Right.
And it's the kind of situation that to be humble for that extent not easy, let's be honest.
Yeah, man.
Because you win people's hearts.
Yeah,
and this is the point where you find yourself winning hearts, but you shed tears.
Right.
But tears of, you
Yeah.
can't really explain.
Right.
I want to say to Danny Green that I'm very sorry on behalf of the group that it had to go to that extent.
Right.
And thanks to what even happened, the group too has learned as per the administrative procedure. You understand? And I think we overblew it out of proportion, and henceforth we should learn how to settle things home. It must not be in the forum. It must not be in the forum. It could be PV, but not on social media. You see, Cameroon's own entertainment at Facebook, 90%. Each time a thing is out there, good or bad, the impact must be felt. Personally, I am sorry that after the communique, I didn't back you up like I always do. But that's because I was functioning as a group. And I'm still trying not to put myself beside. Listening to you today, being humble and telling me you're sorry, I only feel bad for the VNs before the program is ending and somebody is sending me the VN of what you call the whole group docs, but it's not important. Because you
It's not
actually
important. This is
it's not
biased,
important.
biased.
You actually call people docs.
It's not important.
Yeah, and the
anymore.
VN is here. There's no point bringing it up here. We are all not wired the same. We all make mistakes now. I've been in this thing for some time. I don't know how to be proud. Maybe being proud is your style. If you check the last text I sent you, I told you, bro, it's good. But find a way to make it not to make most people think that they nobody walk all this way. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've received haters from D1 to now. You know, I'd already be immune. You understand? When things are even good, I'm afraid that this thing may not be a success, because sometimes haters must come for you. They're not shoot stone for mango, mango nobody have no baba.
Right.
It's a sign that you have an amazing thing going on for you. But don't take it as a little pinch of hate from CAMCOMIC. I humbly think it wasn't.
And you are speaking for yourself.
Yeah, I humbly think it wasn't, and I still
And
believe.
on behalf of the group.
Sure, what made the group go out there is because you went out there. You
No,
understand?
stop saying that.
No,
The group wasn't out there when I went out there. You were supposed
Exactly.
to just sit quiet. Don't justify it. Let's not
I'm
be
trying
going
to tell you
back
that the
and
group
forth.
went out there because the group saw you go out there. Okay, we need to understand it that way, and to tell you that I hope my president is watching, but I cannot speak for the group. I'm sorry, but one thing I can assure is the entire crew is watching, and if there was a communique that excommunicated you, law wants it that there should be a communique that says, "Oh, we have heard you."
Yes.
And apologize for insulting my mother. I
Yes,
want to
thank
see
you very
that.
much.
I need to see that.
No, sorry, I was going to get to
Yes.
that. I think
The
that
person who insulted your mother should apologize for insulting your mother.
It's the group.
Okay,
It's
can I play the
No,
video?
no.
Are you gonna apologize for calling me a dog?
Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
you or the group?
No,
He
hold
said-
on. Let me
he said
say
the dog was to the
something.
group,
Please,
right?
let me say something.
If the dog was in the
No,
group,
let me say
allow your
something.
mother to be you and CY. Period.
Bro, let me say something, right? Hold on, let me say something. Let me say something.
An individual insulted you.
Hello. Let me say something.
He's a
right?
patron.
Let me say
Patron of a
something.
group.
If it's a patron, you call an entire group dogs. Are you going to apologize for that?
I've already
Can I-
apologized.
He has apologized.
When?
He just apologized
Okay,
now.
let the group go and decide. I cannot speak for the
No,
group.
hold on a second. Let me say something, right? Let me say something. I'm going to say this, right? First of all, same things should not be pushed, right? I think he has been humble enough. He has apologized.
And I'm humble enough.
No,
too.
I'm coming to that. He has humble enough. He has apologized for things that he has clearly said without going back towards like, oh, because of this. And if you ask me clearly, I don't think that this has so much fault on his side. I'm not saying he doesn't have any fault on his side. So many things that I've told you that, no, I know that they're called with him.
Yeah.
You did this wrong, you did this wrong. But at a certain point, what is the case? How do we move on? The key word here was humility.
Yeah.
I think that there should be some humility enough as a PR from the group.
I said I'm sorry,
I'm
right?
coming, right?
I said
No,
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
my point is that this is on humility also and show of good faith after an apology like this from you as a PR of the group. Even if you don't, you can be here to say on behalf of the group, man, they insulted at this, so let's move on with it because its apology includes the dogs or whatever
I
you want
said
to
it,
do.
and I even wanted to fix it more.
Fix them, Baba, fix them.
If a
Because
letter
people they
came-
watch you and people
if
are
a
not happy
letter
with what you're
came
saying
that
now.
ousted you, and some people thought it was tarnishing your image, let the punishment be on the same group, not just to say sorry here, but to equally find a way to come up with another letter for the next stage. But now you are the one telling me that they should apologize for calling you a dog, right?
No.
Calling
So
you a
now
dog.
me-
Mom, I've
If you
apologized to you.
call-
That,
you put-
honestly,
oh,
God
that-
knows that I'm
apologize
very
to
sorry
people.
for being arrogant to you guys and saying those things to the group.
Right.
I didn't insult anybody individually. I was talking to the entire group.
group.
But somebody took it personal and insulted my mother and Bumbu in your group.
Exactly.
I need
And that's what he
an
needs an
apology for
apology
that.
for, and I think
Exactly, and I said it is coming. What's the problem
No,
now?
but I
then
felt that
fine.
you could have apologized on behalf of the group.
On behalf of CY.
As a PR.
Yeah.
No,
No,
CY. On behalf of the group. Now, you
On
understand?
behalf of the group.
Because nobody said anything
Yeah.
when his mother was
On
insulted.
behalf of the group, I am sincerely sorry, and my wish, to be
Yeah.
candid, is that you come back.
Right.
This time around, I'm asking in
Let's
front
make
of
some
millions
noise.
of people watching. Because let me tell you something. I respect people who back you up. I have people who back me up, but trust me, the carrier of the vision is you. You're the guy in front of the stage. These people are not perfect, even if they have a bag of education. You understand? But there's a lot you are going to learn from colleagues. So if you ask me, come back to the group. Don't beg to come back to the group.
That's right.
I think we are all mature people. You know what to do. What has to happen on the part of the group is going to happen.
Right.
But I don't think we should fight to divide.
That's the thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Bro,
Let
we are
us
not
fight
here
to
to
unite.
boast. We are not
And
here
I-
to boast. You have been
Right.
at my events. I'm always having a full house,
Right.
okay? I see you. Bro, I got your stuff, bro. I always buy it for people. That's the industry we want to work
Right.
for. You understand? That's the
Right.
kind of legacy we want to keep. So if
Right.
you ask me, let it happen, but this time around, I didn't have to call the president to tell you,
Right.
come back to the group.
Right.
Because we need you. You don't need us. We need each other.
Right.
You understand? Bro, I envy you bad. Imagine a show where you are the host and you have me as you invited me. It's a plus. Imagine me have a show and it's you are invited. It's a plus.
Right.
So, bro, I'm sincerely sorry.
Please, I'd like to see that handshake and that hug.
Sincerely sorry.
Let's make some noise together. This is what we make peace out here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's up. That's what we definitely needed to see. I think
t-shirt.
you're good t-shirt.
Buy him. Me the worst young.
Right.
Thank you, Baba.
There you go. That's that energy.
What do I give
Thanks,
you?
man.
What do I
Thanks,
give you?
guys.
What do I give you? What do I give you?
Thanks, man. What do you give, man? What do you give?
What do I
Okay.
give you?
I know. That's a support. Hey, I'm smart.
Oh boy, you're coming.
Too much money. Too much money. That's how it's supposed supposed to be, because at the end of the day, like I said, we really don't have much beef. We're gonna have a little bit of problems with our egos, and of course we're all males, we're alpha males and testosterone and all of that. But the great thing is to have both of y'all come here and be in agreement deep down in your hearts. Y'all know what it's all love. Shout out to CY, shout out to everybody out there who's doing everything to the CAMCOMIC group. I hope to see you guys get together and adopt some of the stuff we talked about
And
today.
I also pray that other entertainers have learned something.
Right.
See what a note that represents people could cost.
Right.
I mean, if others can come together so that with one voice,
right,
they can speak through things, I think we'll go a longer way.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, working in isolation is good. It's
Right.
glorifying at your level.
Right.
But I don't feel like it really impacts the community well.
Right.
If you keep working
Working
together, you have to work together. Obviously.
Oui,
Bon, après, vous voulez dire que
oui,
il y a un proverbe bantou qui dit que
oui,
on jette le bâton sur l'arbre qui porte les fruits.
Ça, c'est vrai.
oui,
Voilà. Ça veut dire que lui, il est sur le chemin.
oui.
Voilà.
Donc, on a seulement dit que le cul est ta mère. Maintenant, si on t'a pas encore dit que tu es pédé, c'est que. c'est que tu n'as pas encore écouté. C'est que tu n'as pas encore écouté.
N'est-ce pas?
Donc, on a seulement commencé. Donc, on dit que attends-toi, tu vois, on va me dire que pédé, on va dire machin. Donc, bro.
I don't know, that's right. I want to give a very big shout out to one of the most active people today on Facebook. Shout out to Vitor. Shout out to Ansat Kitu.
Yes.
Shout out to the Hot
Young
Gem,
Chavo.
of course. Shout out to Stefan Gangang. Shout out to Kavin Welang. Shout out to Mosina. Shout out to Stephanie Tum. And shout out to Emmanuel Prestige. You guys are amazing, man. Thanks very much. The Nabstar Cypher video drops tomorrow. So y'all should go out there. We still need to have that 1,000 likes on our YouTube page. So if we don't have 1,000 likes, we're not dropping. We're ready to drop it tomorrow, but everybody needs to go out there and like it. We're getting close. We can all do it together. And you're going to see an amazing cypher with 8 of the dopest MCs. It's hot, it's blazing, and it's mad. Alright, so y'all watch out for that. I want to thank everybody for watching us massively out here. Shout out to DJ Taraf on the technical deck. Shout out to Frida Farr and everybody watching us on IG. Shout out to my man Lenoir. Lenoir Records in the building. You already know where he is. Shout out to my man Jade. Shout out to Donald Woods. Shout out to Tekla. And of course, my man. I go by the name of Bill For Real, and of course, Avoid the Comic was a pleasure having you here. It's the first time. It's the first time also for you here, Baba. Yep. Thank you very much. See y'all next week, same time, same show. From now to then, don't go anywhere. Be good, be safe, and stay humble, stay real, and don't do things that your mama told you not to. Say finito.
One more thing. Don't allow sense to kill you. You don't mind.
What is this?
Don't leave me.
If I don't take a nap, I'll be star.
Nabstar! Okay, guys, please just hold on. Just hold on. You do that later, okay? Please just hold on for now.
Say you go buy me moto. Say I'll be your girl, you're the one for you. Because everything that you want to baby, just change the needle.
Sweetheart, keep on. Okay.
Say we go chop